Hello everyone and welcome back. for more Alan Wake's American Nightmare. Surprise, surprise, my hair is wet again. Yet again, wholly unprepared for stream. I keep forgetting that I need to shower earlier, so then by the time that I get on stream that my hair is not like practically soaking from the back, but you know, it is what it is. 1 second, I've just realized I saw something in my OBS, so the sound is gonna go right. Okay, so yeah, so we are back with more Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and today we are, so in the last bit we basically ended up, so we went through 3 areas, I think it was. There was the like motel area, which had like a garage. Then we went to the observatory, and then we went to the drive-through cinema. And those 3 areas we kind of explored briefly, whilst fighting, you know, some Taken and some bits and pieces. But we ended up basically going back to the beginning. So we had an encounter with Mr. Scratch. I wish I had like an effect that I could use whenever I say his name, because they do that in the game where they sort of scratch out his name. But yeah, we had an encounter with him, and then we ended up back at the beginning, basically. So yeah, we might as well just carry on as we were. I don't quite know what's going to happen in this bit. I'm guessing we're just going to kind of go back through. It is doing the cutscene again, so we can revisit that at least.
The rush of darkness is unstoppable. Time itself twists and tears, sweeping the champion of light back with its dark currents. Again, he enters the world, but now he sees the trap for what it is. A maze that loops back into itself.
Yep. We're here again.
He sent me back.
We're back again, Alan. We're back again. So yeah, so when we had our encounter with Mr. Scratch, he basically just sent us right back here. This is exactly where we started at the beginning of Alan Wake's American Nightmare. So I'm interested to see what changes, if anything changes. I mean, I'm guessing it will. But we did have so we collected not a huge number. So you can see these are the 3 areas that we visited. We visited the rest stop, observatory, and the drive-in theatre. And you can see we didn't get a huge number of pages. So I'm interested to see if the pages change as we go through, sort of thing. Or if it's going to be like we just need to explore different areas to find the stuff. So here's a page. Ah, so it is a different one. It is a different one. The Spectre.
In Bright Falls, I was constantly under attack by birds that were more shadow than flesh and feathers. But this is an evolution. Some of the Taken were actually capable of turning into a flock of birds to escape my attacks and turning back into human form to make surprise attacks.
That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good at all. So they can actually, so the baddies that we're fighting can now turn into a flock of birds. Great. That's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. Right, okay. Let's go and endure that then. Let's see. Right. Okay, actually 1 second. There is one thing I just need to quickly check. Cool. Okay. So I've changed something on my stream setup, and I was just making sure that it was actually working. Right. Okay. So we've got a flare gun now. Diver's Isle. So that is the island. I can't remember if I mentioned this last time we went round, but yeah, that is the island that the cabin was on in Bright Falls. Okay. Oh, so we've actually still, I've just noticed we've still got, let me just check. Yeah, we've still got, we've still got the SMG. Yes. Yes. The SMG is my favorite. In case you can't tell, I really, really like using the SMG in this, just because it is such a huge change of pace compared to like the pistol and the shotgun and the assault rifle in the original game, because those are just like, you know, kind of, what's the best way of describing it, like one shot at per button press kind of thing, whereas this you can just let it go. It's great. Oh, it's the birds. It's the birds again. Oh,
The hell?
what are you? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, so these are the birdmen. How? So these guys, it looks like they don't require... Interesting. Okay, so... Whoop! Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh. That made me jump a little bit. Just, you know, a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. So, yeah, so those guys are apparently the guys that turn into birds. But the interesting thing is that they don't require you to use light with them. You could just shoot them straight up. And the birds, weirdly enough, also weren't being affected by the light for some reason. The appearance of Mr. Scratch.
I'm trapped in the darkness. He has started appearing to me. Mr. He can travel back into the world effortlessly, and he loves to rub my face in it. At first, he was just an echo in the darkness, a flicker beyond the edge of my vision. Now he started showing himself, getting bolder all the time, telling me what a great time he's having in the world while I'm stuck here, and what he plans to do, especially to Alice. All the moves I have left are dangerous and desperate. I have no choice. I have to hunt him.
Interesting. So I didn't know that about Mr. Scratch because, as I mentioned, like I played the original Alan Wake, but I never got around to playing this, or I started playing it, and I was kind of Alan Waked out by the time that I did. I didn't realize that Mr. Scratch could go between worlds, like between dimensions, so he could travel from the dark place, and he could also travel, obviously, to, well, I knew he could travel, he was in the real world, but I didn't realize he could travel to and fro between that and the dark place. That's interesting. Very interesting. Let me just, sorry, I don't know what's going on with my webcam. It keeps resetting itself and repositioning and being weird. Right, there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, I was very disorganized before stream today, and I didn't do my normal checks and stuff, so I'm hoping that everything's all okay in terms of like audio and bits and pieces, because yeah, I was rushing around a little bit because I had to get the kids to bed, and then I had some bits and pieces that I needed to do before I could get stream set up. Right, let's have a look. Was there anything over here, or is this just, no, this is, I can't remember. I remember having this debate last time. I think they both meet in the same place. Oh, more birds. So yeah, like, look, if my, there we go. So, oh, I should have probably reloaded. That would have been helpful. But yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, if I try and shine the torch, even on the birds, it just does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Was there anything over here? I don't remember coming over here last time, actually. I probably missed a page in the first part by not coming over here. Oh, look, yep, there's one here. I do wonder if all of the pages are, like, in the same places that they would have been in the first part. Hunting Mr. Scratch.
Mr. is a twisted copy of me, powerful and dangerous. But I know I can fight him. I don't think anybody else can. They don't understand what he is, what he represents, or that all the horrible things he does here are almost insignificant compared to what he will unleash on Earth given the chance. But I've survived the dark place, and it has taught me things. How to cope, how to stay sane when the world goes crazy. He's 2 steps ahead of me, but I can find him, and I believe I can stop him.
We aren't just watching Supernatural on stream today. Man, if I could. If I could, I would just be watching that and giving commentary on Supernatural. That would be a good stream. But I would be here for hours. You wouldn't be able to get me off of stream. It would be great. I'd be here like constantly. But hi Ryan, welcome to stream. I hope you're having a good day and you're enjoying your fancy new Hollow Knight pin that you got, which I am extremely jealous of. I need you know, I've never really been into like pins and stuff. But yeah, I there are a few that I would like to get at some point. How far along are you in it? So at the moment, I am about like midway through season 2. Actually, no, I tell a lie. I might be further than that actually by now. Hang on. Oh yeah, no, I'm like in the latter half of season 2 now. Looking at it, thinking about it, I got through quite an amount today. But I have watched, I want to say I've watched up to season 7. I want to say, but yeah, I kind of just, it got to a certain point where I was like, yeah, okay, I think I'm going to take a break, and then I just never got back to it, unfortunately. But now I'm like, yeah, let's go watch it, and it's really bad. I can tell that this is like one of those programs that I watched a whole load of when I was younger, because I can recognize which episode it is by the opening sequence. Like there are a few programs that I can do that with. I used to be able to do it with X-Files, but maybe not so much anymore because it has been a long time since I obsessively watched X-Files. I can do it with a program called Red Dwarf as well, and Criminal Minds, the first like several seasons of that. It's really bad though, because like you can show me like the opening sequence for an episode of Criminal Minds and I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember that this guy's the killer. And so it's like I can't surprise myself anymore, which kind of sucks a little bit. I don't think I've ever heard of Supernatural. Have you lived under a rock? Supernatural, like they did, oh god, how many seasons did they do? I think it was like 12 seasons. It was on the CW. It was around for a very long time. It was very good. At least my opinion of what I've seen is very good. My best friend.
I don't make friends easily.
Are we talking about Barry?
I know plenty of people, but I don't let most of them close.
Oh, thank you, Matteo, for the Stay Hydrated redeem. I really appreciate it. And welcome to stream as well. Hi.
I'd get us in trouble, and he'd talk us out of it. Things haven't changed that much now that we're grown-ups. He's the most loyal and dependable person I'd ever met, and all the things that count anyway. You could call him a weasel, and you wouldn't be entirely wrong. You could call him a clown, and I would reluctantly agree. But he has never let me down.
That's interesting. So I didn't realize that they had known each other since they were little boys. Like, so that's like an interesting bit of backstory. I always thought that they kind of met, obviously, when he started doing more writing, or, you know, something along those lines. I didn't realize that they were like old school friends kind of thing. That's quite interesting. Once I've watched a show, I've forgotten it. My wife remembers all the plot points. I'm so bad with it. Yeah, my husband's similar. Like, he'll actually... Well, no, actually, no. He won't forget stuff. He's more likely to miss things as he's watching it. So, like, for me, I, like, pick up little tidbits and I'm like, oh, that means that, and that means this, and oh, did you see that? And he's like, no. And he's also the sort of person who, like, he'll come home from the cinema and he'll have to, like, look up what the film meant, or, like, understand the film, because, like I said, he'll just, like, miss little details. But he likes understanding them, so he'll like literally just get home, and as soon as he's home, there'll be a video on the ending of this film explained and things like that. Right, okay, so we need to get to the motel. I wonder, oh god, is that music going to be playing again? Oh, that's closed. Is there more stuff in there now? You gonna give me more stuff? Unlock SMG, but I've got the SMG. Woo! I don't think I was supposed to do that. Oh, that was wholly underwhelming. For God's sake, that was wholly underwhelming. There we go. Right. Oh, am I going to be able to get in here now? Oh no, but I don't have the key anymore, do I? No. There's a page. There's a page in there that I want and I can't get to it. Okay. Right. I will play this. But it's probably, I wonder if it's going to be the same.
Okay, people, it's Eddie Rodman here with a few hours to kill. And there's nobody I'd rather spend them with. Nobody else in the whole world. Oh boy, that'll land me in hot water when I get back home.
Oh, maybe this is different.
Well, just in case my wife is listening.
Because I don't
and
remember
you always
this.
are, aren't you, baby? Let me tell you, you are the exception, honey. And the prettiest lady I ever saw to boot.
Oh, look, he's laying it on
I'd really like to
thick.
spend some quality time with you listeners, because, well, tonight's one of those nights. You're sitting in the studio and
Right,
you
let's have a wander
how long
around.
it's been or what day it is.
Is there
You just sit
anything
here
of
and go through the
interest?
motions.
Right, so this is showing, the map is showing me where the page is that I missed. I'm so gutted because basically what it did is when I went into, it was that room, I think. Oh yeah, I've just realised that the music isn't going. Interesting. Yeah, when I went into that room, it automatically transported me to the next area. Oh, is there page? Oh, she is in there. Okay. Oh, flashbang. Oh, I can't pick that up. Okay. So, I need to try not get too distracted. It easily happens. Hello?
Wow, it is you. I guess all of it really happened.
You remember me?
Oh, so she remembers.
Kind of. I felt weird all day, like I could almost remember a dream I had, and then just before sunset, I remembered the page.
Yeah. I'm going to have to go get those things again.
Not all of them. I went out and got them. Well, most of them. I felt stupid at first, but then it was getting dark, and those things started showing up, and one of them made off with the battery. It ran into the railroad tunnel. There was no way I was gonna follow him in there. Sorry.
It's good you didn't. You should be careful. I mean, really careful.
Yeah, I kinda remember something. Something bad happened to me, didn't
Forget it. It doesn't have to happen again, okay? Just do what I say.
it? Yeah, okay. God, this is too weird. Am I going crazy here?
You're not going
Just
crazy,
go
it's
get
fine.
that battery.
Try to stay
Oh, I
calm.
forgot that there's multiple
perfectly sane.
conversational
We're caught in a
things in
time loop.
this.
That's why this is happening again.
I believe you. God, I feel like I might just lose it any second now. How come you're not freaking out over this?
Because on my personal weird shit-o-meter, this just doesn't rate.
Look,
Fair
I know
enough.
something
he,
happened to me
he
before.
has gone through
You're gonna be okay.
a lot of
If you
shit
just
in the
keep cool,
past,
okay?
like what, 2 years, I think it was, that they said?
Thanks for getting this stuff for me. It's a big help.
I hope so. Are you gonna make everything blow up at the oil field again?
I have to.
Well, whatever the hell else
Sorry,
you
I
might
keep moving
be,
my
at least you're not
mic
boring.
stand. And I keep hitting it as well. Right, okay, cool. So, I will test the nail gun. But I'm not
Just
happy
the
about it
battery.
because I like my SMG.
That'll save time.
Oh, so he just needs to find... Oh, so she already went round and... That's what she was saying. She already went round and found all the stuff we needed. It was just the battery that disappeared. Okay, is there a page in here as well? Yes, there is. Okay, so I just need to try not to go into that other room. Did she get the pages as well? Well, no, she can't have because I've been picking them up. But she mentioned, like, when we mentioned the pages, it sounded like she was saying, oh yeah, I went and got them. But maybe not. Right, okay. What's over here? Okay, so we need to head off in this direction where the star is. I need to re-familiarize with myself because this... Oh, shit. Because this is very different to the original Alan Wake in the sense of, like, there's actually kind of a map You can kind of see it. Well, there is a map. It's got a compass and everything. You can see it in the top corner. And oh, here we go. There's a bit on the page. And there's actually like easy to go to objectives. So it's not like, what's the best way of saying it? Alan Wake, the original game, is very linear. This is a little bit more, like a little, and I'm talking like a smidgen more open. So it's not like you're following one path, but the way that it guides you is by saying, right, okay, this is a point that you need to get to, which is different to the first game. So Night Springs, Arizona.
Now Night Springs is in Arizona, although not for long. It's in Arizona because whatever the town that has become Night Springs is really called is located near one of the thin, worn places in the world where dreams and reality flow together and life is always a little strange. Perfect analogy for Night Springs. I can't return to the real world. I've tried, but I'm operating on dream logic, forcing the door open a crack so I can slip through. I can enter the strange little town of Night Springs. All I did was put it in Arizona for one night.
Interesting. Right, okay, so where shall we scoot off to now? Let's see. I have to kind of, it's weird because with the manuscript pages, they kind of appear and then disappear on the map. So you see them very briefly as like these little question marks, but they're not
perfectly safe.
on there, which is very, very odd. So I know I need to go kind of around that way. Is there anything over here? There's a car, you know, as you do. Just, like, leave an old car in a cave. Oh. I don't like these noises. I don't particularly like the noises. I don't like caves, I'm going to be honest. I really don't like caves. Was that a spider? Please don't tell me the spiders are back this early. Oh my god, there's spider webs and everything. I don't like it. I mean, that, to be fair, they're quite little, so they're not too bad. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, hang on. Oh. Okay, yeah. So these guys, again, don't need... I'm not used to shooting with an nail gun. This is weird. Yeah, so these guys don't need light again. So they're a bit like the bird guy. It sounds so weird to say. They're a bit like the bird guys. The spider guys are a bit like the bird guys in the sense that neither of them need to have a torch shined on them. I like the fact that, like, I keep waiting for there to be a really big one. And I mean, like, these are obviously, like, fairly big spiders, to be fair. Like, you know, they're quite large, like, compared to your average spider. But I'm genuinely waiting for the moment that, like, mummy spider comes out. And just comes and wrecks everything for me. Oh. But yeah, thankfully they're actually not that difficult. Oh. Are you guys gonna stalk me all the way back to the garage? I'd really rather you didn't. I'm running out of nail gun ammo. That cactus weirded me out then. It looked really weird. From a distance, I was like, what the frickin' hell was that? I do wonder if they're going to introduce more enemies again, like as you go through the areas. Obviously, we've got the new bird guys, but I don't know if they're going to add more as we go, kind of thing. Right, is there anything? Was there always a? There must be. Oh god, you. Yeah, they're not actually that bad. They're not that intimidating. Now, is this going to be different? Are we going to get more Mr. Scratch moments.
Okay. So this chick just came up to me and said she's my biggest fan. I know. They all say that, right? And she's giving me the eye. So I make a couple of moves, have a couple of drinks.
Oh, God damn it. I'm watching TV.
Go to the bathroom first. Uh-oh, right? She's got no idea. Watch this. This is gonna be priceless.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm sorry, but I really just... I just love how he dances.
That's nice.
I thought you'd like that.
What am I watching?
Are you tense? You feel a little tense.
Like, if we didn't know that this was Mr. Scratch, it would genuinely feel like the beginning of a questionable film. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Hey, don't stop.
Oh.
It's just getting good.
Watch this.
Oh.
Yeah! Did you see that?
Oh dear.
Oh man! Did you see her?
I mean, to be fair, you were standing in the way for most of it, thankfully, so we didn't really see much of it. which is probably a good thing. Oh, hitting my mic stand. Oh my god. This is the one thing that I'll stop for in this game, is just to watch the Mr. Scratch videos, because they're just... I mean, they're horrific, but they're great. Oh dear. There we go. I think the minimum for the gamble is 10, by the way, Matteo, just so you're aware. I'm not sure. It might go through, but I'm pretty certain I set it to 10. I think I upped it. Just so you know. Right, okay, here we go. We've got another page. What's this one saying? Night Springs, the cult TV show.
Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was Any Place USA,
That's
a
fair
place
enough.
we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that week. One of the stories I wrote for the show involved a man, the champion of light, fighting his evil double, the Herald of Darkness. It was something I'd written back in the real world, something I had a link to, a framework I could build on. I had adapted it into a new story. This story.
Interesting. So, Night Springs doesn't exist. It's a fictional town from the TV show I used to work on. It was Any Place USA, a place we used as a backdrop for whatever strange story we had that week. Okay, and so he was saying that he actually... That's interesting, though, that he literally wrote... Like, he obviously wrote something before. I mean, that's what he's basically saying, is that he wrote something before that... Sorry, I keep fidgeting today. I can't help it. So he wrote something before, which is literally, like, I know that he's obviously going through, like, he's said that he's, like, linked it and adapted the story to fit his own story and stuff. But the story he wrote still already quite fits it, like, really well. Like, the fact that, like, there's a champion of the light and he has an evil double who is the Herald of the Darkness. You know, that's kind of like, that's quite on the nose that that is something that he previously had written. Obviously, I'm talking about it like, wow, what are the chances? Obviously, it's been written that way by the game devs, but just like in the sense of, I'm surprised he's not flagging it up more as a kind of, it's weird that I wrote this thing without the, oh god, the, oh my brain, the threshold, without being in the vicinity of the threshold, and then suddenly this stuff is already happening. So it's a bit weird that, that that's not being pulled on, to be honest. Right, so we have the battery. Let's get some reload. I'm going to be honest. I miss my SMG, so I'm going to swap the nail gun out. Oh god, no, it's not there. It's in here, isn't it? Hi.
Found the battery.
God damn it.
Okay, I'll charge it. Here. Try not to get killed.
I'm not promising anything. I'm going to be honest. Right, give me a second. Thank you.
Okay. I'm gonna take care of this. Try to stay calm.
Look, what if you stay here with me, please?
I'm sorry, but if I don't deal with this, no one else will.
Yeah, I guess. It's just that this is getting really creepy. I believe this is real, but I don't understand any of it. I'm getting scared.
Why don't you
can't
get her
believe
to
you're so
come with
calm.
you?
I get scared, but I've had a lot of time to get used to it. That helps. The guy who looks like me is the reason this is happening. I caught up with him, but he swept me back here.
Back in time.
Yeah, it's a trap. We'll be doing this forever unless I can break out of it.
How are you gonna do that?
I'm working on it. I came prepared, but things got kind of scrambled when I arrived. I'm tracking down the things I need.
Yeah, well, feel free to climb back into your DeLorean or whatever it is you do.
See, the only thing is... So we went and did the oil field thing in the last time loop, I guess is the word for it. But the problem is, if we go back and do the oil field again, by the time we got back to her, she was dead. I've just realised I'm not even shot properly. Yeah, she was dead. So, like, if she's... Like, surely she's not safe there. We know that. Even though she's aware of something vaguely happening, like I said, she's not safe where she is. Oh, God. Hello. Hello. Come here. They're not so bad. They're not so bad. I can deal with them. I have to say, he definitely has better stamina than the original Alan Wake. I mean, it's still not great, but it's definitely better. Definitely better. Right, okay, so he needs to climb up here. There's going to be more birdmen, because I just saw him. Oh, or them, I guess. Where are you going? Going there? Woo! Okay, I wasn't expecting you. There we go. Is that all of them? Or is there more? Oh no, yeah.
Well, here we go again. Better get ready to run.
It's really interesting because, like, I will say that genuinely this game feels a lot easier than the original. Than the original, because like I'm playing through this and this is on normal difficulty, and yeah, it definitely feels like, I don't know if they did it on purpose to kind of make it so that going through the time loop isn't so much of a like drag kind of thing. I am going to quickly I will check to see if the audio is copyright or not. Yeah, it's going to be copyright. So I'm going to unfortunately have to stop the audio for this bit for a second, because otherwise I'm going to get a copyright thing and those can be a pain in the backside. So, so we're missing the dramatic music, unfortunately. And I do have my stream like intro music that like I just leave running. It's muted in the background sort of thing. But the thing is, it's really slow, so it's not very good for dramatic moments like this. There we go. Okay, is it? Oh no, yeah, that's still going. It's still going. We can still sing Baby Shark song in the meantime. I only know the Super Simple Songs version. I don't know like the OG version of it. So it's like Baby Shark do 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 do, Baby Shark do 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 do. Ooh. Ooh, oh, okay. He didn't like the baby shark. He didn't like it at all. Oh, dearie me. Right. Oh, did that? There we go. Right. Okay, so we need to keep moving on down here. I just thought probably singing Baby Shark probably isn't a great idea because that'll probably like. I know that it's me singing it, but you never know. They might be like, "No, you can't sing that. I'm sorry." Right. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. We don't need Baby Shark anymore. We don't need Baby Shark anymore. It's all okay. Right, so we need to return to Emma. Please don't be dead this time. When did that fall over?
Emma!
Oh.
Coming!
Well, that's why I said that she should...
Nothing!
Wait, this isn't the bad thing? Didn't she die? I swear she died in this bit. Is it possible to have negative ghosties? Not that I'm aware of. Oh god, it's the twofers. Yeah, not that I'm aware of. I don't think that that's something that is possible. Oh god. Come on. Come on. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. How do these guys take 2 hits, huh? They're meant to be weakened. The thing I'm upset about though is that means
It's okay. It's
okay,
safe
I
now.
can do refill, please. Refill. I can't hold it anymore, can I? No. I'm afraid I'm close to check by myself. You're fine. You've still got like 550. You're all good.
I got a really bad feeling about all of this.
I'm gonna need those keys to the diner now. There's a motel
Oh,
key
did
there
she?
that I
Oh,
have to
maybe
get.
she died later on. I can't
Hey,
remember.
you don't have to do that. I have the motel master key. I work for the same company, you know. What's at the motel?
Well, there's a dead guy. He's got something I need to get into the Mount Redtooth Observatory.
Sorry, I'm
God,
genuinely
that's
fidgeting so
awful.
much today.
Hey,
why.
you wanted to know about the guy who looked like you, didn't you?
The last time you said he had a party, but you didn't go.
No, that's not true. I did go. It was really great at first, and then I didn't see it myself, but I hear he turned nasty. He hurt a bunch of guys pretty bad, and there was this girl, she died.
Oh, I
But
wonder
I
if
didn't
that's
hear about that until afterwards.
meant
I
to
thought that he
be
was so charming.
the one
And
that
then
was
he
in the
went to
video.
diner.
That's right. I wasn't involved with that at all. I don't know what happened.
So she's got the
I need to
key.
check out these motel rooms.
So
the
in
meantime, you
theory,
stay
we don't
here,
need to go to the
okay?
diner.
I'm serious.
But I
Keep the
do wonder
lights
if there's
on
going to
and
be
stay
pages
here.
there.
Yeah, okay. You got it.
Thank you, Matthew.
I sure hope you're right about this.
You're gonna stay here this time, right?
Because the last time I didn't, and that thing, whatever it is, happened to me.
Yeah. I don't want you to get hurt again.
Don't worry, I'm gonna stay put.
Did she leave?
I
I
don't
don't remember
remember what
that.
happened
I thought she
exactly,
stayed
but
put
I
and that
learned
was
my
what caused
lesson.
the issue.
Good. It doesn't have to happen exactly the same way this time around. You proved that much when you went out and got those things for me. I think you're gonna be okay.
Let's hope you're right.
Right. I really want to quickly go and check the diner. Oh! Oh, what?
The memory of her own fate haunts Emma Sloan and fills her with dread. This time, she does as she's told. It's not enough to save her.
I'd only just left. I'd only just left the door. Alan, are you not going to respond to this? She just died. Like... Okay, okay. I'm going to quickly, just out of curiosity, I'm going to quickly go over to... Because it's like, these areas are really, really small. So I'm just going to very quickly pop over to the diner and just see if there is anything. See if there's any pages or just anything in general. Like, I don't know if, like, are we even going to be able to get in? I can't remember. See, that's the issue with me playing games, like, a week Like the difference of a week, because I literally can't. Oh yeah, but there is a page. That's important.
With all
Emma
the
Sloan.
herbs, crystals, and the rest of her New Age paraphernalia, Emma
Oh, I
Sloan
forgot
had
about
been
her
called a
crystals
hippie
and stuff.
and a freak and worse. It was that small-town mentality. She was a female mechanic, and even in 2011, there were
Oh my
always
God,
going to be
2011.
backward shit-kickers who thought that was a hoot. She didn't mind. She could deal.
I was 19.
She could take any engine apart, even the new ones with all the computers in them. Turned out that these boys were awful polite while waiting for her to put them back together.
Interesting. Okay, so turned out all these boys were awful polite while waiting. Right, okay. So let's go inside quickly. So I feel like oh, we can't go inside. Okay, but at least there was a page here, so at least we got something. Even if it was just like a small tiny bit about Emma, just sort of like a little bit of backstory for her, I guess. Oh, hello. Hello. Where is he? Any more? No. Cool. We're good. We're good. What was that over there? No, okay. Alright, okay. Let's go just brush up against some cactus, you know. It's a good pastime. I can finally get the page that was in here that I should have gone into before. Okay. We'll take that. I'm still so annoyed that it took me away from this before. So it's probably this page that I'm missing from here.
My own
Twisted
face
mirror.
peered back at me from the TV screen. For a moment, I struggled with the sensation of déjà vu. How many times have I seen myself like this now? And then there was that easy grin that never seemed quite as quick or natural on my own lips. The dark, malicious twinkle in the eyes. And I knew who I was looking at. As he pulled back and revealed the room behind him, my throat went dry. There was nothing I could do but watch.
Struggle with the sensation of deja vu. Okay. I like the fact that he's like, it doesn't seem quite as quick or natural on my own. I don't know, you pull it off pretty well. You act the bad guy pretty well in this. I can never remember the name of the actor who like the voice actor and also obviously the face of Alan Wake. I can never remember what his name is. But he does play Mr. Scratch very well. I can't wait to see more of him in Alan Wake 2 when that comes out, because he is genuinely like a great actor. And I don't feel like I've seen him in enough. I don't know what else he has acted in, or if he's done any other like voice acting work. I know that he's done some for Control, which is another one of Remedy Entertainment's games, but I don't remember seeing him in other stuff. But that's probably just me not recognizing the voice. Wake's friends.
Alice and Barry, my wife and my best friend, are easily the two
He doesn't
most
have a
important
particularly
people in my
large
life,
friend group, does he?
and they've never really gotten along with each other.
I mean, he's
I
still
suppose
further ahead
both
than
of
me.
them
but still.
resent the other's intrusions into what they considered their domain. After I was gone, they maintained an uneasy truce. My book stayed in print, still selling, the licensing machine churned away. She was my wife and controlled the intellectual property. He was my agent and took care of the business. I wish they found more common ground than that.
I wonder if he's writing these, because obviously, like, this isn't relevant to his escape or anything. I wonder. Yeah, this isn't relevant to him escaping from the dark place, this stuff. And I don't know, obviously, he's talking about Alice and Barry, but I wonder if he's writing it in, like, obviously knowing that they wouldn't find common ground because they disliked each other. Like it's mentioned in the first game, they didn't really get along with each other. I wonder if he's writing this in just to kind of like ensure that even though he's not there, that everything's kind of still okay, if that makes sense. Like, you know, he's making sure, you know, that obviously she's still getting money from the books because they're still in print, they're still selling, and that they're still like talking well enough for him to then also carry on and deal with like the business side of things, or what business would be necessary for still printing his books. I wonder if it's just kind of like I wouldn't say like his version of like a will, because it's not really that, but in the sense of like he's obviously influencing the people around him, or the people that were around him, to be able to carry on whilst he's not there. But again, it's whether or not that's what he's trying to do, or if it's just kind of like filler content for his book that he's trying to write. But yeah, it does sound almost like he's trying to make it out, like, because obviously he knows that his writing influences the world, and like the real world and everything. So I do wonder if he's trying to make it so that, yeah, they're still okay. They can tolerate each other enough that things don't go south for both of them. Observatory keys. Okay, so this is where we're going to transition into the next area.
Future might bring, but for this man, it's no longer entirely true. A weaker man might simply give up, but the champion of light is an expert on destiny. Sometimes the puppet and puppeteer can be one and the same.
I forgot to check as well if the voice actor is the Max Payne voice actor. I think it might be. Is it Sam Lake? I think he's. I know that he's related. He does stuff with regards to Alan Wake.
Redtooth. Its top littered.
But for some reason, I have it in my head that he also does voice acting as well.
Endless
Let me check
depths
it,
of space.
Let me have a
Tonight,
look.
the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
Yeah, so he... Oh god, no, let me go on the IMDb. Yeah, because Sam Lake, he is... Let me have a look. Because he's a writer and a director. And he... Yeah, so he basically wrote, and he was the concept lead writer and stuff of basically most of Remedy Entertainment games. But who did the... Why did I think he did the voice as well? Oh no, so it's James McCaffrey is the voice of Max Payne, and if I remember correctly, he is also oh, he was also in Control, so he played Zachariah Trench. Zachariah Trench, isn't he? I think he's the one that's meant to be like the janitor or something. But yeah, so he was in that. But I'm just checking. I just want to see if he was the narrator in this. But I have to scroll quite a bit to find it because it was a while ago. And this guy's been working. Oh, he was also Thomas Zane. That's interesting as well. Yeah, so he was Thomas Zane in, Okay, so who was the voice in Alan Wake? Okay, sorry, I'm... Content. Alan Wake, American Nightmare. I want to see who did the... There we go. Who was the narrator? It's not got the narrator's name on here. Oh, narrator. Lloyd Floyd, who also was the voice of Tor, apparently. Oh, okay, so I was way off of the mark then. Interesting. And actually, I didn't realise this as well, but there are actually 2 actors relating to Alan Wake. So the voice of Alan Wake was Matthew Peretta, but the face is Ilka Villi, I think is the name. Oh, okay then. So I'm guessing that they've done the same with Alan Wake 2 then. But I'm guessing that they're having both of them in it again. And I think Matthew Peretti was actually, I think his face was actually in the second.
As history repeats itself,
was in Control, sorry.
The patterns.
I think he was a
knows that he needs
scientist.
the missing part for the telescope.
I better find Dr. Meadows' car. That's where the camera should be.
It's so interesting because he, like, at this point he's just sort of like, I know where I need to go, just let me go there, please. Okay, we'll take that. Ooh, no, you can't be inside. This is my safe space. God damn it! Oh god, what exploded? Oh, can I hit the back of the? God damn it! Get outside. Stay outside. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Alan. Oh, thank god. Oh, I was going to be very upset. Right.
Oh, praise be. You guys are coming through for me. A pretty little light just started blinking on my board here, and that means there's a caller out there. You know, when the hours stretch into eternity like this, when it feels like I'm stuck in a rut and just reliving the same...
Yeah, the radio things are definitely, like, they're interesting, but they are definitely more fillery content at the moment. There is actually some quite interesting, like, story-based stuff. Sorry, I just heard that. But yeah, there is some quite interesting, like, story-based stuff in the radio things. But like I said, it just completely slows the entire pace down when you're trying to stream and you're having to stand and wait for a guy to just kind of, let's be honest, just have a nice ramble sort of thing. But there is one thing, one of the radio shows which I will try and listen out for, because it is quite a thought-provoking one, in the sense of he has someone, oh god, there's someone who calls in and is like, he's basically saying about the idea that, like, is willpower really, not willpower, what's the word for it? It's a discussion about free will, you know, and so the guy calls in and just sort of says, you know, what are the, like, people saying about how there's a master plan for everyone, but then you take into account free will. How does that work? If there's a plan, how can free will come into play? Because you have, like, an end outcome no matter what, if that makes sense. But one of the things that the guy, the guy who is on the radio, he kind of goes into a little bit of a weird spiel, and he starts talking about as he starts talking like he's in the Night Springs episodes, basically. And what he does is, I've just realized I've got two pages there, but what he does is he talks about the idea, like, of how do we know that we're not basically pieces on a board and that we're not being manipulated by some more powerful being than us, that everything is an illusion of free will. And it kind of, that's one of the things that, with regards to Alan Wake in particular, and about the game, is that it makes it kind of like, well, hang on a second, how much control do these writers and stuff have when they are by the threshold? Because if they're able to manipulate stuff, are they almost like gods in that sense, that they're able to guide and lead and almost manipulate people into following their story. So are, like, you know, normal people, average people kind of going about their day, are they just pawns basically being pushed around? And yeah, that's one of the things I found quite interesting in the world of Alan Wake, of how they were kind of talking about it basically. But yeah, that's one of the radio shows in this that I've probably missed, or I probably will miss. But yeah, I will try and keep an ear out for it, because it is an interesting, that one is in particular is an interesting one. Right, so let's play these ones. So New Reality Fragment 1.
The atmosphere in the projection booth at the drive-in was charged, almost unreal. Despite that, the air felt cool and refreshing this late at night. It'd been a hot day. The summer was nearing its end, but it wasn't over yet.
The atmosphere in the projection booth. Okay, so that's going to be in the next area. Cosmological truths.
There are places where our world is worn thin, and another reality brushes against ours. One such site is Cauldron Lake near Bright Falls, Washington. But there are others. That other reality is dark, vast, and malleable, always in flux. In its depths dwell vast forces and alien energies. They're dangerous. But in one of these places, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place and use it to shape reality.
So hang on. So in its depths dwell vast forces and alien energy. They are dangerous, but in one of these places, you can, if you know how, you can channel the power of that place. Oh, okay. So he's talking about the places where our world is worn thin. So obviously, like here, currently, the reality that we're the real world is worn thin, which is why it brushes up against the dark place. But also, Bright Falls is obviously a prime hunting rifle. Ooh. Oh, maybe we'll take that. But the other thing as well to kind of like take into consideration is this where her car is? Yeah, it is. Okay. Ooh. That looked suspicious. That seemed a little bit suspicious, I'm not gonna lie. Why? Oh god, why? Here? There we go. Okay, the controls were being really weird then. But yeah, there's the idea that obviously different places brush up against reality. I do wonder if, like, what the reason
The darkness
is
rose from the depths of
those
Cauldron
areas
Lake
being
and
worn
took
thin.
Alice. It needed words. It needed me to write its way into our world. She was leverage, a hostage. I complied, but with a twist. I put in a loophole that gave me a chance to fight back. I was hunted by shadowy enemies, but I faced the darkness. I fought it with light. I drove it back. I saved Alice, but it came with a cost. I was trapped in the dark place below Cauldron Lake.
Yeah, so that's essentially a summary of the first game. But yeah, as I was saying, like, I am interested to, like, I wonder what causes the realities to thin. Like, why is it that particular area, why Cauldron Lake? And part of me was thinking, because obviously I spoke about it briefly in my lore video, that Cauldron Lake is a caldera, which is basically formed when there is like a really, really intense volcanic eruption. What is that? Oh god. Okay, there are birds. But so I kind of wonder if I'm just gonna run up here. Can these guys attack? Like, if they're not affected by light, can they attack me in here? Oh, okay. The light went. That's helpful. Let's just go up here. But yeah, I do wonder, like, if sorry, it's very difficult to talk. thinking about like existential stuff whilst actually we're not even talking about existential stuff anymore, but no, in the sense of like I wonder if the volcanic eruption is what triggered I'll call it the veil, because I feel like that's kind of a similar concept, but I wonder if that's what kind of made everything thin out. You know what I mean? Like I wonder if it's like, oh okay, yeah, some big environmental thing happened here, so that then led to this thing happening. Or if it's, I mean, it could be just something completely unrelated, it could be something completely different, but I do wonder if they'll eventually like explain that a little bit more. But no, I unlocked that thing. I want to keep it. The nature of stories.
Stories come naturally to us. We can't help it. There are many different worlds, many competing realities within our heads, fueled by books, television, even barely remembered childhood tales. There's an endless supply of fictional concepts more familiar to us than anything or anyone real. We have a far greater connection to the fictional characters we know and love than the random people we pass on the street. Our destinies and inspirations are shaped by lies, myths, and fables.
I mean, that's pretty accurate. That is pretty accurate, you know. I mean, like, anything is a story. You know, you talk to a friend about something, like you recall something, and it's basically a story at that point. That's essentially what you're doing. Oh, okay, so we got another one over here. Oh, no, no. I don't know how many pages I've got. We'll check in a second. See how far off I am. The Taken.
The Taken may well be the tool the darkness favors over any other. At some point, they used to be human, but whatever humanity they once had is long gone. Now they're just shells covered and filled by darkness. The Taken Mr. throws at me are more grotesque and varied than the ones I first encountered in Bright Falls. But I know how to deal with them. I'd be lying if I said they don't frighten me. But I've survived worse. I can't let them stop me.
Cool. Right. How many have we got? So we've got, oh god, yeah, we're going to be way off. So we've got 9 from here. 15. So we've got 24. 28. Yeah, so we're quite a way off. But I think that there's one which is like 30 pages, which is in the next area. I wonder if this is probably going to loop again, isn't it? I have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to go through at least one more loop. Hi. Let us in, please.
How dare you? No, wait. It isn't you, is it?
No.
I suppose you'd better come in. I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Right. Anything? It's interesting how they seem to remember as well. Anything new?
I know what you're thinking. Evil twin, supernatural powers. But most of the time, I just like to keep things basic. I want you to understand that. Like this. Need to get your hands dirty? No batteries, no moving parts, just physics. That's technology you can depend on. It's a classic. Speaking of classics, you need to be careful with this one, though. If the victim suddenly twists, you might end up cutting yourself. It's not really.
I like how he's making Alan a video of like, you know, just in case you decide to do this stuff for yourself, you know.
Now this is more like it. You've got slip-resistant grip. Believe me, you really want that traction once you're
Alan's just looking at me like, are you really watching this? Why are you watching this?
Enough so it won't open by accident in your pocket, but it's still really easy to open with just one hand. Now that's a big thing for me.
This is like the OG like how to YouTube videos.
If you're talking intimidation.
Like, you know, if you want to commit a murder, these are the weapons that I personally like to use. Here are my top 10 murder tips. Make sure to go for something that has a slip-resistant handle. If you're in a bit of a pickle, just pick up a hammer. That'll do. That'll do the job. It's a little bit messy, but you know.
I want you to understand that. I take pride in what I do. We can't both be worthless hacks, can we?
It's really weird now knowing that the voice actor and the face capture is, or the actor, like the physical actor, are different people. Because I'm now realizing, I'm like, actually, yeah. I mean, because originally, like, I knew that, like, you could obviously tell that it wasn't recorded as like a video type thing. But it's even more noticeable. It's kind of like, oh yeah, no, that's, yeah. They're different people. I do wonder now what the voice actor sounds like. No, not the voice actor. The live action actor.
It seems like this has all happened before.
I have
It
a
has.
replacement part for your telescope, Doctor.
All right. Let's get it installed.
I'm gonna get attacked again though, aren't I? Now, I remember there being a page back here. Wasn't there a page back here? But I couldn't... Or at least there was in the first part. I wonder, like, how much replayability this game makes, kind of thing. Like, if they're like, yeah, no, it's worth doing another run through because you might have missed this, or it might be worth getting this.
Although I have this strange feeling that something will
Don't
go
start
wrong.
it up yet. There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, we should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
Alright, I'll come up and see you. Oh, actually, hang on. Where's the... Let me go get the ammo first, just because I will probably forget, knowing my luck. I will be completely honest, her voice acting still throws me a little bit. It's like, it's not great. I'm not gonna lie. Like, most of the other voice acting I can kind of, like, work with and get by. I don't really have much of an issue with it, but hers, I don't... Again, I think it's partly just the British accent that she's going for. I imagine she's putting it on. Because it just doesn't sound right at all.
Hello.
I don't quite know what's going on, but I seem to remember having had this encounter before.
It's not deja vu, Doctor. This has happened before. We're caught in a time loop.
That's utterly insane. How could that be?
I can't really explain it. I suppose I could call it magic.
I don't believe in magic.
Neither do I, but I can't argue with what I've experienced. Listen, what matters now is the signal. The last time we only caught a part of it. I need the rest of it. Whether you believe me or not, you want to look into this as much as I do, right?
Yes. All right.
Okay, so I think, if I don't... Thing is, I don't remember what her name is. I think
realize
that she
you
was
have
called
trouble
Serena.
believing this.
That's an understatement. I can't deny that what you say resonates with me on some level I don't pretend to understand.
Oh no,
For
there's
all I
Dr.
know, I'm
Meadows.
simply
Oh no, that
delusional.
might be it.
But it's not just you. I've experienced the same thing as you. Doesn't that prove something, at least?
Maybe. On the other hand, given your appearance, and the fact that you're trying to convince me that I'm not insane, perhaps you're merely a hallucination that accompanies my delusions.
You're not having a psychotic episode, Doctor.
Right, so I've just had a look, and I can't... The voice actress, literally her only accreditation is this. So I don't know if she is actually British or
For what
not.
it's worth,
I don't
I'm
think
a
she
skeptic
is.
by nature. I completely understand your reluctance to believe me.
There are people caught so deep in their psychosis that they retroactively manufacture memories and beliefs that conform to the situation at hand.
Sure, but you have to stop second-guessing yourself at some point, if you want to get something done.
Did she just turned her back on me and stopped talking to me? That's a bit rude. Right. Nothing else here. Okay. Now we go beat up some bad guys. I do love the fact that, like, even in the first part, I know obviously they trust him a little bit more now because they remember him to a degree, but like, he's just running around with an SMG in his hand. Like, in the first part, he was literally just like running up to people, talking to them whilst holding the SMG. Like, he wasn't even like putting it away just to try and make them trust him or anything. He was just sort of like, you have to accept me for who I am. This SMG is a part of me. Now, you must talk to me whilst I'm holding it. Trust me, I am not a bad person. You know that evil guy that's been running around killing people? Trust me, I am not him. I just happen to be carrying an SMG around. Right, where was the pipes? I can't quite remember exactly where the pipes are. I heard an eagle. Okay, yeah, it's a good thing that we've got the mini map now, because oh, what? God damn it! Because yeah, I would probably very quickly get lost. In fact, actually, I distinctly remember getting lost in this area. Oh my god, you're tall! Oh my god, you're tall! Jesus Christ! I know I was saying earlier that this is a lot easier, but Jesus Christ, those guys. He was... Look how tall he is! Okay, you're not. Okay, he wasn't. Oh god, I was wasting that. Oh no! Oh no, run! Oh god, damn it. Where is he? Ooh, okay, he's in here already. Come here. Right, let's run because he threw something.
These beams hate the light, am I correct?
Okay.
You should be able to turn on the lights and secure the area that way.
I mean, that'd be helpful. How do I do that? I guess by doing this.
I think we're good to go.
You secured the coolant tanks at the observatory.
Please, head back.
But they blocked the way. Oh great. They're gonna throw cars at me now. I mean,
I guess they didn't like that.
can I... Oh, okay, no. So it's not been possessed, I guess is the word. Can you possess a car? I guess that's... Yeah, that sounds about right. Right. Woo!
Whole damn mountain's trying to kill me.
Do we want to go... Oh god, do I just carry on going? Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. They're throwing things at me. Ugh. You're gonna... Yep, yep. Run, run, Alan, run. Get out of the way. Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, do I go this way? What way am I going? Okay, I'm just gonna pick up some stuff. Now I saw a page somewhere over here. Okay, it's round the back. Okay. Woo! Hang on, hang on. Don't attack me. I just need to read this. Lost in the dark place.
After my disappearance, they thought I was dead. I might as well have been. I know it's been 2 years. I know Alice has moved on. I've tried to find a way back to her, back to my life, but escaping the dark place is almost impossible. Time does strange things here, but dreams and radio signals can pierce the veil between the worlds. I catch glimpses and echoes of the world. Sometimes I send messages out. I can only pray that they hear them.
Okay, yeah, so this one was one that I kind of referenced a little bit when I was doing research into the dark place for my lore video, because the idea that he can obviously send messages out is obviously quite a big thing. You know, that there is enough, that he has enough power to be able to, you know, get messages out. But at the same time, it's so easy for like the power of the dark place to get through. But because obviously anyone who's on the other side gets immense power. But his ability is limited when he's actually in the dark place by how much he can affect the outside. Ooh, because it's out. Oh wait, hang on. Oh, maybe I need to go around like this. Can I climb up this bit? No. Ooh. So hang on, how? Oh, okay, okay. I didn't see that little bit up there. Ooh. Oh, that was painful. Oh god. We need to get to the light to get some healies. No, no, I needed that to get some healies. I just said. Okay, well we're healing anyway. But god damn it. Oh, okay. Here we go. Of course, there's always bloody one sneaking around me. Why do the firemen have sickles? That is a question I want answered. They're running around with what looks like, to me at least, a sickle. So why is that a choice? Why is that the choice they've gone for? Yeah, right, let me in please. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Thank you. Let me in. Oh god damn it. Right. Heals please. I need to heal. Why is it dark in here? Oh, okay, maybe it's not. Oh, okay, no it is.
It's working. Please, come up here.
I'm coming. Let me get some ammo first. Alright. And up we go.
You find the signal?
Yes, I don't think it's quite the same thing we had the last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Oh, because we were
getting the
missing a
complete
piece of it,
signal
weren't
now.
we?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
What's on
your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Yes. I
Very
was
long
involved
story.
in... It's a complex story. I was in this small
Very
town,
long
and
story.
a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife.
No
But I
worries,
was trapped in
Matthew.
its
It's
world.
fine. Don't worry. You don't
Are you
have to tell me
serious?
if you have to go. Don't worry
Absolutely.
about it. Thank you for coming
So,
back.
I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like
And
this,
thank you
but
for that.
close enough
Stay
for a good while
hydrated as
now.
well.
Of
I'm actually
course,
running out of water.
I have certain advantages. Was there anything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
Because that's not how
It's
it works.
not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and
Interesting.
symbolism.
I saw that in a
Often
Reddit
what you
post and I
write
didn't
isn't anywhere
realise it was
near as
actually
important as
in
what
one of
you
the
imply.
games.
There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that. You've experienced some of this yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was
It's a
that
good
if you're
question.
genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence.
I have
If it's
something
the
to
latter,
discuss on this
that
matter when
intelligence
it
makes choices based on some criteria.
when they stop
If
talking.
we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
You're taking this very well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
See, this is another thing, though. Well, though actually thinking about it, see, because Alan in the first game, one of the things that he talks about is the fact that when he writes this story, he's like, the story has to make sense and it has to work as a horror story, so on and so forth. And one of the things that he says is that there will be casualties, and obviously in the story there are tons of casualties. Like if you look at like Stucky, then you've got oh god, I can't remember what his name is, the like ranger who's in love with Rose, like they're all victims of obviously the dark presence, but at the same time Alan wrote it that way. So for all we know as the viewer of this game or the player of this game, is that they might have been absolutely fine had Alan not written them into his story as being casualties in the story. So to save his wife, along the road, he sacrificed so many people to be able to get to that point. And I mean, obviously the ultimate goal was to, you know, to get rid of the dark presence. And ultimately, at the end of Alan Wake, it looks like the time rewinds to some degree. But then, at the same time, Rose is still traumatized by the dark presence. We see Agent Nightingale is still traumatized, or not traumatized, but something's going on with him in the last cutscene of Alan Wake. So something is going on, and probably is the result of him being attacked by the dark presence whilst Alan, like, for the duration of the game. So her questioning the ethical and moral sides of this is interesting. I mean, like Emma Sloan, you know, like Emma Sloan, the girl who keeps dying in these loops.
Another printout.
It's,
another signal fragment.
Alan is
the message is
potentially
still not
writing
complete,
this stuff,
but it's another piece of the weapon he has
you know.
built against
So I don't know. There is an element of actually.
Piece of paper, but in the
yes,
right
he is a
hands,
hero in the sense that
they
he
will
deals
hold back
with
the darkness.
You know, he in the first game he deals with the dark presence, but he essentially played God to a degree by killing these people, in essence. Like,
The last time the man came
I've not
to
really
the
fully
drive-in,
thought about it that
did
way.
not end well. He
But
hopes
yeah,
to avoid
he
that fate this
basically
time.
played like he
hopes that what he has
it was
brought
his
with him to this
choice
place
for Rose
is
to
enough.
end up being touched by the dark presence. So he is the reason that she is now a shell of who she was before. He is also the reason that, like I said, that Stucky died. I don't know if he got brought back. I don't know if that. Oh, you sneaky bastards! They hit a page. Sorry, that distracted me then. But like, yeah, they didn't. It's an interesting one. Like, I don't know. Like, it's quite a. Like, it just makes me think, like, how much of a good guy is Alan Wake? Like, is he actually the hero of Alan Wake, really. Like at a base level of it, is he really a hero? Or is he basically just using everyone around him to be able, yes, he sacrificed himself, but he basically ends up making it so that all the people in his path ends up suffering to save his wife. And obviously put a stop to the dark presence. But if he wasn't writing, you know, I don't know. Like he could have probably written it in a way that he could just sacrifice himself and that'd be it. You know, much like Thomas Zane did, because Thomas Zane, you know, sorry, I'm going off on a tangent now, but Thomas Zane, when he realized what he'd done by bringing back Barbara Jagger, but who was actually the Dark Presence at the time, he basically was like, right, okay, I'm sacrificing everything. I'm going to sacrifice myself. Barbara is obviously not a thing anymore. You know, I'm going to destroy the island and everything. So he sacrificed himself and obviously contained the Dark Presence to a degree. But with Alan, like I said, his story ended up hurting so many people along the way. You know, it ended up hurting so many people that, yes, he sacrificed himself to save his wife, but there were so many casualties in the process. So I don't know. That's definitely
the Taken were always single-minded. They had a certain animal cunning, but they weren't very intelligent. That's one reason why they prefer melee weapons. Actual firearms are too complex for them to use. That's why seeing the one who threw grenades at me surprised me. But of course, they aren't actually grenades. There's no pin to pull, no fuse to set off an explosive, just concentrated darkness.
He's the bad guy. It feels like, now that I'm thinking about it from that perspective, like, because he could have chosen anyone at all. Anyone could have gone through those things. And obviously all of the Taken as well. All of these people, they're all people that lived in Bright Falls, and they're all casualties to some degree. Like I said, I don't know if when he reversed, because again, in the game you see time reverse back to when he jumps in the water. I think I might need to rewatch the cutscene just to remember. But we don't see any of the characters that died. And like I said, we see Rose, who was very obviously affected by the fact that she was touched by the Dark Presence. So to what degree did that kind of time reversal affect things? That's the thing. Because yeah, I mean, like, the amount of Taken that he took out in the process, like, geez, like, there was a lot of them. There was a lot of Taken. I mean, even in this, there are so many people that he's obviously shooting that have been taken over by the Dark Presence and stuff. They will have all been dead. They'll all have died. So yeah. Just food for thought, I guess.
Ugh.
Oh god.
Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
Oh, I don't want to talk to her. She weirded me out. She really weirded me out. Oh, okay. I guess I gotta go talk to Serena. I love how much you care about trying to understand the lore of the games you play, Jess. It's one of those things where, like, I like understanding things, and especially when people put in so much time. Like with certain games, you can tell that a lot of story crafting went into, like, especially like Alan Wake. Like, you know, a lot of time went into it. and the story is obviously layered and intricate, and I mean, the story spans so many games as well, like not even just in Alan Wake. Like you have like his story trickles over into Control, and then the story from Control, or like the story from Quantum Break trickles into Control as well, and it all kind of filters into one another. And so for me, that stuff I find really interesting, and I could talk about it for hours. I wish I was like creative enough to be able to funnel it into like a really good like video series or something, but unfortunately, like, one, I don't have the time, two, I don't have the energy to do like proper proper video series of this kind of stuff. But like, yeah, I love stuff like this, especially weird shit. You know what I mean? Like weird, like convoluted, like, there's stuff underneath that you have to kind of dissect. Like, I'm not always good at dissecting it. I do need to be like prompted and see little bits and pieces, like people on Reddit being like, oh, this is how I think it is. Like, I definitely need that. But yeah, I like stuff like that. I like the background story for me. Which is, to be honest with, which is why, like, a lot of the time the games that I play, I generally play like on easy, because for me the story is more important than the gameplay. I'm almost like if Alan Wake could have been a film, I would have probably watched it as a film as well, kind of thing. And yeah, the story is a big part for me. The gameplay is important as well to kind of keep me going throughout it, but yeah, if the story's not good in a game, then generally I'm not particularly interested in it. The dangers of creation.
To change the world, you must craft a blueprint for the new reality. Any work of art will do, as long as it's a genuine act of creation. That's what the energies of the dark place respond to. The results may be subtle and perplexing, or far-ranging and momentous. My area of expertise, the written word, gives much more precise results than music or interpretive dance would, for instance. But words can be extremely dangerous. What you define may become reality, but so can that which you imply, even if you don't realize you're doing so.
Yeah, so that's the thing why Alan is kind of, yeah, more dangerous, I guess, than, though saying that, I mean, like, I don't know, well, I guess when he says music, he might be talking about like instrumental music versus like a song, because obviously a song has lyrics, which is still the written word. So yeah, oh god, we've got to go talk to Serena. I don't want to talk to her. She's weird. You
again?
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back.
Please tell me she remembers.
Do you want to hold me down?
No.
It's okay.
No, Serena, we don't. No.
Yeah, I'll just grab the keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby. Or you could be the mailman.
Stop rubbing your butt against the wall, please.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
Aww.
Oh,
look,
dear.
I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power
If she's
is on,
touched by the darkness, can't you just shine your torch at her?
We could have fun, you know.
Like, wouldn't that be a thing? Like, why isn't this working? I'll be honest, I don't really want to talk to her more. She just, the way she talks to him just really weirds me out, and I'm like, nope. Right, okay. Yeah, I'll get that one.
I was about to do the weather, but I see we have a caller. Hey, you're on the air with Eddie. What's up?
Hey, Eddie, it's Ricky.
Oh, this is the one.
You think about that a lot?
This is the radio thing that I was talking about. I will stop for this one because this one's interesting.
Any conclusions you'd care to share, Ricky?
Well, we've got free will, right? That's in the Bible and everything.
Yeah, right, sure.
So free will, right? Am I right? I mean, if we can do what we want, how can there be fate? I mean, you don't know what's going to happen next, so there's no fate. There's just people doing stuff.
Well, I don't know, Ricky. I don't suppose you have considered the possibility that we're all here in the service of a greater purpose, incomprehensible to us, and that what we take to be freedom
is nothing more than the move of a pawn on some cosmic
This is the
chessboard,
voiceover
limited in
actor
scope,
from the Night
subject to the
Springs
whims of
series
unseen players,
that you see in the original game.
Only for their entertainment.
or perhaps we're just a twisted
Reflection.
of actual events that can happen elsewhere. Could it be that such is life in Night Springs?
Dude, what?
Food for thought, Ricky. Food for thought.
I love that because so basically what happens there is that the for anyone who hasn't played or watched the original Alan Wake, there are TV screens that you find throughout the series, throughout the game, and they play episodes of a thing called Night Springs, which is what this game is kind of based on. This game is meant to be written as if it is an episode of Night Springs, and they always do this bit where it's like, could it be blah 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 in Night Springs? Like that's kind of how.
Are you getting it yet, genius?
Oh. That's kind of how it plays out, and I like how it does it, and then he's just sort of like, dude, like what? It's like just food for thought, just food for thought, just it's worth contemplating these things. But yeah, that's the one that I was talking about, the idea that stuff is like, if fate exists but also free will, isn't that contradictory? The idea that fate is an actual, like, if you're supposed to end up somewhere, how is free will such a common thing? Obviously, what is that? Is that? Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay, I kind of have to try that out now. Ooh. We one-shotting people? Oh my god. Hang on. Oh my god, this thing is amazing. Why didn't I come and get this before? It was just hanging up on the tree. Oh my god. Love it. The new weapons in this game are fantastic. But yeah, as I was saying, yeah, so the idea that yeah, like if fate exists, then how come free will? I mean, obviously that just means that your end goal, like the way that I understand it is that, like, just because you've got an end goal, but how you get there is your free will, basically. That's my kind of interpretation of fate and free will. But yeah, it is food for thought. Is that, like, the idea of, like, how can you have predetermined points of your life but still have free will? So yeah. I'm going off on tangents today.
I know who I am now. I know that I can write my own fate. Bright Falls taught me that. I know that indulging my weaknesses, giving in to fear and complacency will only drag me down. The Dark Place taught me that. I'm no Zen master. I've not attained enlightenment. But I have learned to let go of the things that I don't need. I know that without that balance within, I become my own worst enemy. Now I strive for equilibrium, and with that, I'm strong enough to get where I want.
Right, let's go. So let's go over this way. But yeah, it is. There are a lot of kind of things like that in this game. Oh, hang on. One picking minute. Hang on. What are you? How many paid? Oh, I need 30. Oh, but oh, okay. Well, I'll try it. Oh, don't. What? Okay, thank God. Please stay there. Don't run off. Oh, we got some more crossbow ammo. Whoop. I mean, is it as fun as the SMG? I don't know. Oh god, they're behind me. Oh god, so I need to be really close for this. Okay, so I need to remember that. Okay. And I need to also remember that I've not got my quick reload because I keep just spamming the R button when I really don't need to. Okay. Mr. Scratch? No? You're just going to explode cars at me? That's not very nice, is it? But yeah, there are definitely a lot of, like, sub-plots to this game. Oh god, I just missed. God damn it, they're too quick. Okay, hang on. Let's take out the big slow guy. Woo! Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I dodged. Okay. Yeet out of it. Oh god, that was a really delayed shot. I didn't even do that. Like I pressed the button to do that shot like 30 seconds earlier. Woo! These guys are quite strong, which I guess makes sense because of the fact that, like, I don't need to shine a torch at them, so they're still like a one-shot kind of deal. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, there is a lot of like good underlying story to this. Like, obviously you do have the big stuff, like, you know, with obviously just the general story of Alan Wake, but like there's a lot of existential stuff, and yeah. Is that Alice?
I want to talk about Alice.
God damn it.
Just look
Leave
at
my
her.
wife alone.
She's really beautiful, isn't she? Your wife. Well, our wife, really.
I'm running out of water.
Just my wife soon. Don't worry. I'm not gonna treat her like the others. She's special. If I wanted her dead, she would be. I've been around for a while now.
I did wonder about that.
So talented. You haven't seen her new work, of course. Oh, it takes my breath away. Really, she's that good. Did you know that I've got a wedding ring, too? We're that similar.
That's
She's seen me
interesting.
a couple times, you know. I've let her catch glimpses. She thinks she's imagining things, of course. She thinks you're dead. It might as well be. I mean, even if you manage to keep surviving, you'll be in my trap forever. So I'll go to her. It'll be an amazing moment. Oh my God, you're alive. I'll be the good, loving husband for as long as I can stand it. She'll love it. And then, one day, somehow, it'll happen. Maybe I'll slip up, she spots something, or...
Sorry, I'm being
maybe she
quiet.
just
I'm interested
starts
in
running her
this
mouth.
bit.
And then, I'll do it. It's gonna be sweet. My darling wife.
I was genuinely curious why he hadn't gone to her already, because it's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since Mr. Scratch escaped from the dark place. Well, I say escaped since he went from the dark place to the real world. So it's kind of almost weird that he didn't think, especially with the amount that he seems to not really like Alan. Oh no, this I come to earlier. It's stupid. I've literally got like stars that are like, look, you need to go this way, and yeah, I still I'm still going completely the wrong direction. But yeah, so I wonder if part of the reason why he hasn't gone to her yet is because, I mean, obviously he's living it up, you know, he's going to parties, he's murdering and doing what he wants to, kind of thing. So I do wonder if part of it is kind of like, yeah, no, I like he wants to do his own thing for a bit, and then he'll go back to her and toy with her. And I mean, also there's the idea, I guess, that
like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
I was gonna say, I guess the other aspect is when you think about like he could potentially be trying to use time to his advantage. Like, obviously the longer you're away from someone, the more, oh god, okay, I need flares. Actually, you know what I need? Good old flashbang. It's been a while. That did nothing. I did nothing. Ooh, come here. Ooh. It kind of did something, I guess. I think that literally took out like one guy, that flashbang. So I've been saving those for literally no reason. But yeah, as I was saying, like the yeah, I wonder if like he's trying to use the fact that her memory might not be as good, so maybe she'll, and also she might just be so thankful that she thinks that her husband is back that she's more willing to forgive like any indiscretions at the beginning, potentially. You know, especially if she realizes, like, I do wonder, because I've not played Control, and I've not played the is it AWE DLC, which is based around the Alan Wake story. I've not played it, so I don't really know the story exactly. So I do wonder like how much she knows about Alan's disappearance. Like, did she just kind of think that he'd, like, obviously she thinks he's dead, but did she know what he went through? I mean, obviously Barry and her will have talked, so part of me is like, I mean, he maybe explained what happened, but then, I mean, how much does Barry remember? Like, is it going to be a thing where he actually remembers any of it? Or, like, because of the time rewind thing, does he forget all of it? But again, then yeah, no, every time I say that where I'm like, there's a time, I don't quite understand the purpose of the rewind in time in that cutscene, because we know that something is still wrong with Rose, which can't be rewound. So I'm guessing that everything that happened still happened to some degree. Serena Valdivia, or Valdivia.
For Serena Valdivia, burning the midnight oil was more of an exception than a rule. A procrastinator and a perfectionist, she often worked when she wouldn't be disturbed.
God, I relate to that so
Tonight
much.
was especially important. The film festival would open tomorrow, and there was still so much to sort out. It wasn't that the work hadn't been done. She just didn't feel like she had completely mastered everything yet.
Genuinely, a procrastinator and a perfectionist. Oh my god. Like, if she weren't rubbing her butt against a wall every time I saw her, she would be my spirit animal. Because that is genuinely, that is me. I procrastinate, but also when I do things, I'm a perfectionist with it, which then makes me procrastinate even more because I'm worried that I'm going to mess it up and it's not going to be good enough. Yeah, that is me. Oh dear. But yeah, that very, very much so, that is me. Oh, we can restock our flashbang. Oh yeah, we've got the weird little puzzle thing. Okay, so let's restock on our ammo, because we're going to get attacked straight after doing this, I imagine. Right, let's go for the middle one. Was spiders? You weren't here before. Oh my god, I don't have the right equipment for that. Okay. Oh god, sorry, you probably... My phone just went off then. There you go, that's better. That wasn't... Oh, okay. Am I literally just having... I've just got an... Oh god, there's a little one by my feet. Jesus Christ. I just saw these little legs going like this. I was like, what the freaking hell is that? And I realised. Oh dear. Okay, is that... Oh no, there's one there as well. I don't know if these things affect them. Am I feel... Okay, I feel like I'm probably supposed to be doing this at the same time. Oh god, what is... Alan, what is happening to your shirt? I can't press buttons. Okay, I think I need to take them out first. Ooh! Oh, stop jumping, you bastard. There we go. Ah! There we go, I caught that one in the air. That was quite a professional shot, if I do say so myself, you know. Is that it? Can I do it now? Can I do the thing? No? Or did that literally... Yeah, it says enter with a projector. Why? Oh my god. Okay, I've got to try and remember how the freaking hell to get out of here. Because last time, I got stuck. I genuinely got stuck. I could not figure out for the life of me which way I was supposed to be going. I hear boom boom. Oh, okay. No, it's not boom boom. It's coming out of the ground. Ooh. Why do they have to jump? Oh my god. Please. Be chill. You guys are a nuisance. Oh my god. Why are there so many of them? Okay, I think we're good. Okay, which bloody way did I go? Am I imagining things? I swear that I came from that direction. I don't understand. Okay, I guess we're going this way now? We'll just follow the electrics, you know. We go out this way? No. Ooh, quick, 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 go, 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 go. Oh, shit. Oh, no, no. Ooh. I genuinely don't know where I'm going. Oh, is this way? This way? Oh. I'm hopeful. There's not a page over here or something, is there? Okay, no, let's just go back out. Let's just go back out. Let's go do our thing. Is there anything? Oh, no.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
I know he's murderous, you know, but I got a soft spot for him, not gonna lie. Oh, okay, there they are. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry on walking up here. It's fine. It's fine. See, look, the power's on over there. I can just run over. It's all good. Just go stand in the light. They won't be able to do anything. See? Made it. No issues. No issues at all. So, oh, yeah, the dark fountains. Okay. There is actually some decent range on this. Okay, I'm gonna just... The question is where... Oh, okay, yeah, so the stars are already showing me where the fountains are, which is going to be helpful. Have they moved? They seem further afield. Oh, no, no. Go on. Oh my god, you're huge. Ooh! Oh, Jesus Christ. I could feel, like, I could hear him coming to from the side, and I was like, he's gonna get me. Can I destroy this? I'm gonna destroy you. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, what's... Oh, I heard banging upstairs. That sounds like a child falling out of bed, potentially. Hopefully my husband will be dealing with that. Ooh! Oh god. Inside battery. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so we've got one more fountain to deal with. These, I'm fairly certain these fountains are in different positions to where they were last time. So I wonder if the more that I deal with these, the more damage I'm doing to Mr. Scratch. Ooh. Oh, we're going in here, aren't we? Into the access code.
The Champion of Light knows that the time itself is about to end.
Oh no.
At least for him.
Sorry,
He
Massio.
can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole thing, but maybe it's enough.
So wait, what is it? So it was late at night, the summer. Oh, so okay. So it was late summer. There's one. Tom the Poet. Of course I lost your wig. It's just such typical luck because you had, like, you were winning with all the other things. And then as soon as you bet a larger amount, it's just like, nope. There we go, 2 in the morning. What was the other thing? Late at night, someone was also, the film noir poster was visible and a spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Where's the film noir? Okay, so I need to move this. And again, I think. Yep, there we go. Now, where's the film noir poster? I can't see it in here. Maybe it's in here. Oh, I wonder if I need to take this down. There we go. Because I don't think that one was part of it last time.
No, it's not enough.
Loop? We loopin'. We loopin'.
You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Wow. That didn't go so well.
Time folds back on itself. Again, his senses scream as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them.
But the champion of light endures.
Endures.
And we are back again.
Each time he gets a little closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
Yeah, see, we've not got a page here this time around. Okay. Oh, cabin sinking. So I don't quite know, like, what the... Like, obviously we're stuck in a time loop sort of thing, but I don't quite know...
Holy shit. What are you, the King Hillbilly?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. I was on the wrong weapon. You a big boy. You big boy. Oh my god, I thought I had my phone silenced, but apparently not. Apparently not. Yeah, he was big. I wonder how many of those we're gonna have to deal with. Old gods of Asgard.
Thor and Odin Anderson. Old gods of Asgard. I still don't quite know what to make of them. I know they used to be rock stars who modeled their stage personas after Norse gods. I know they're old. I know that in their day they fought the darkness as I do. I know they're demented and insane, ravaged by age and self-abuse. But there's something in them, something powerful that took hold when they were touched by the powers beyond. A thing that goes far beyond just stage names. Something godlike.
Are you trying to make Thor and Odin gods? Is that what you're trying to write into your story? That they're like all powerful beings? I mean, obviously they did have an element of kind of not invincibility, but you know what I mean, like in the sense of they obviously went through some stuff.
Right on cue, bubbling to the surface from untold depths.
But they were like still, yeah, just rock on. Yeah, we can do this.
The warm reception that has already been prepared for
them. Oh, okay. So we can literally just, okay. So does that mean that Emma has already set everything up for us? Which will mean that, in theory, she'll survive, right? Oh god, I'm gonna hang on. Muting music once again. You playing? Yep. I forgot that I can actually listen to the audio through a button on my on my Rodecaster, so I can actually hear when that music finishes, which is good. Right, let's carry on. The only thing is, I then can't hear my feedback, which is very strange. Okay, stop now. There we go. Okay, you should have, yeah, we've got game audio back. That was interesting. I completely forgot that I had that as a thing. Yeah, because one of the things that I have on my device is a listen button, and basically when I press that, it means that even if it's muted, I can hear it through my earphones, but it doesn't get put out through to anything else, which is pretty handy. So I'm going to have to try and remember that for future. Right, so let's go to the motel. So hopefully Emma should still be alive. Oh my god, it's a big boy again. Oh, okay, no, I need, I need to be close, and this is not exactly a close weapon. Okay. Oh my god, did he? Oh no, 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 no. Don't start me here. Oh god, when did that happen? When did I go to that screen? What happened? I obviously panicked and pressed a button somehow. Right. So I'm just looking at the replay. I genuinely don't know when I managed to do that. Right, okay, so I think that hopefully by now, because I haven't had time to press the listen button whilst I was bragging about how good it is. So, hang on, let me... Oh, God, okay. so you guys can actually hear the audio. I will nearly sacrifice myself. Whew, okay. Right, so the only problem that I have now is that I have very low health now. I've only got 2 bars. I wonder if standing in front of the car will help, maybe?
Saving Emma.
Can I stand in front of this and heal? You're not going to let me heal, are you? You're going to make me go against the big guy. So what's the difference between what I've got currently? I don't know what's more powerful, but I think, okay, we're just gonna roll with it and hope for the best. And actually, I've got my flashbangs equipped now. Oh, can I be sneaky? Whoop. Whoop. Give me. Oh, god damn it. No. Oh god, it's gonna do the music again. Oh no, I didn't. Oh, okay. And I'm at full health. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, this is not good. Both of my weapons are close range. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, like, neither of them feel like they're hitting him, which is not good. Oh god, and he's the throwy boy. I don't think we got any lore on those. I don't think they, like, explained those to us, unless I missed it. Okay, I'm going to go back to my SMG because Jesus Christ, having 2 shotguns sucks. Having 2 close range weapons sucks.
That this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be right along to save my ass.
Give me ammo,
Not
please.
as long as I show up, I guess.
Come on. You're a lot easier to deal with when you're flipping, like... Because the thing with those guys is they are really, really quick. So having something where you can't really hit speedily is not ideal. Come on. And having to do like multiple reloads and stuff is not ideal. Is that all of them? Where you at?
Yeah, thanks for saving me again. I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
Fair enough.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that. You okay?
What do you think? I've died twice. I remember everything pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
I don't know what happened.
It's not your fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers?
Oh,
I think they did
I was like,
something
the takers?
to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
Save Emma by securing the fuse
Seem
box.
calmer now.
I tried freaking out. It didn't do much good for me. I guess you get used to the craziest stuff.
Good for you.
Plus I figured I'd take the edge off, you know?
Mm-hmm. Those herbal supplements are pretty good, huh?
Oh yeah.
I wanted to try to explain things to you now since you're calmer, but maybe this isn't the best time after all.
Oh shit, yeah. Better not get all metaphysical
Oh,
on me
Matteo.
now. Seriously, I'm like 2 sentences away from thinking how we could all be like atoms on God's skin or something.
Or figments of somebody's imagination?
Wow. I'm just gonna try to chill out and not think about that or getting murdered or anything, if you're cool with that.
That's fair enough. Oh dear, right, okay, let's try and secure this fuse box then. Oh, flashbang. Ooh. Okay. There's gonna be another big guy here, isn't there? There's gonna be another big guy. Oh, yep. There you go. I mean, I don't see a big... Well, I mean, there's a big guy, but not a big guy. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Ooh, ooh. There we go. What am I supposed to tell my family now? That you have an addiction and that you need help. Maybe that's the way of doing it. Oh, was there a... Hang on a a second. Oh, there is a page. Oh, page. Emma and Mr. Scratch.
Emma wasn't sure exactly when the man arrived at the motel, but from what she could tell, the party started almost immediately. It was infectious, spreading from one room to another. He was mercurial, almost as if he was flickering through the scene, telling a joke here, throwing an insult there, oozing sex and violence and excitement. She had never seen someone like this before. He looked at her and smiled, and she felt her heart flutter a little. She knew he was the kind of man mothers warn their daughters about, but she told herself it didn't matter.
Oh dear, so how far did Emma go with Mr. Scratch? I don't remember that being something that was kind of discussed all too heavily. Right, what we got now? What we got now, Mr. Scratch?
So I've been thinking about Barry.
My boy Barry.
I don't know what to do about him yet. I mean, I'm not going to keep him around, that's for sure.
But why? Barry's great.
Al! Ugh, little parasite. Your best friend. Really? That's the best you can do.
They knew each other for years. Leave him alone.
I actually kind of like the guy.
See, you can't help it.
He plays the clown. That's a hard road to take. But I don't need him sticking his fat face in my business.
I mean, that's fair. He'd probably be just as likely to figure it out as Alice, I think.
From that shitty little town, they keep in touch.
Hmm.
Barry's about the only guy who insists that you're not dead. How about that?
This is what I was asking about earlier. I was like, I wonder how much Barry remembers and what his thoughts are on Alan potentially, like, being supposedly dead.
I might keep him alive for a while. Just to see him go to pieces when I fire his ass. Yeah. Yeah.
It's interesting because kind of when he says that, he's almost, I don't know, it almost feels like, it's difficult to describe. It sounds like, obviously it's acted and everything, but it kind of almost feels like the character feels like he's playing a character, if that makes sense. Like I don't know, or maybe it was just like a level of like, I don't even know what the right word would be, melancholy he kind of had just then, where he was kind of like, yeah, this is who I am, so, you know, I have to make it out like I'm gonna, you know, kill him, and I have to go through this process. Because I remember seeing, because I was reading up a little bit about Mr. Scratch, and I saw someone was saying that he almost in some of the videos seems like he doesn't want to necessarily be the way that he is, and he kind of tries to almost apologize and like properly talk to Alan at one point, but then he gets irritated, but which is actually one of the clips that we watched. He then gets irritated by the music in one of the other rooms or something, and that's when he's just like, forget it, kind of thing. So I do wonder if he's putting on a persona to a degree, but I mean, obviously he is, you know, he's a nasty piece of work, but I wonder if there is a level of persona thrown in as well. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be, you know. I thought I did that. Apparently not. Was I supposed to like interact with the fuse box maybe? Oh yeah, I was supposed to interact with it. Oh, okay, by putting the right, okay. Are you gonna close it? It's like, yeah, I'll secure the fuse box by opening it and leaving it for anyone to be able to reach over Like, yeah, there's a light above it, you know, it's not like they could smash the light bulb or anything, you know. I'm sure it'll be fine. It's gonna be all a-okay. No problems here. I've saved you, see?
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you.
You've
That's
just
a relief.
opened the freaking door for
Here's
them.
the keys that you needed.
They could just shoot at it.
Hey, I have to tell you.
Or throw
at
a
the
sickle
diner,
at it.
I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured.
Ah, see, this is, yeah, this is
Wanna
what
talk about
I
what
was
happened at the
interested
diner?
about.
There was
What
this
that
guy from the observatory.
page said.
And he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well, he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
I mean, it's fair.
You shouldn't blame yourself.
But yeah.
I just didn't want to get involved. I have this tendency to just drop everything and run. I don't think I'm a bad person, but I didn't even call the cops. I'm such a coward.
If you'd called the cops, we'd have dead cops. He's not human. Do you understand? It's not your fault.
But I could have tried to stop him.
Believe me, if you had, you'd be dead.
You have literally died like twice.
You seem to be doing a little better now.
Yeah, I guess it just got easier once I got this thing off my chest. I just feel so guilty about it, especially because I didn't pick up on any of the warning signs. I just really liked hanging out with him, you know?
Sorry.
He
Just
was
whacking
smart
my
and
mic.
charming and funny and hot. The way you could be, I guess.
I guess.
What's the deal with this guy anyway? He looks like you, he uses your name. Why does he do this stuff?
How weird it
I'm
must
not
be. Like,
sure
that must
myself.
be like how
Maybe he's just evil
identical
or my
twins
dark
feel
half.
when
He
people
does a
are
lot of
like
the stuff I'm
complimenting the
trying really
looks of
hard to
their
get away
twin.
from. Things
Like
that just mess up
gushing
my
over
life.
them. It's like,
I guess
dude,
all
they
those
look like
murders
me.
don't help either.
Yeah, I could do without the murders and the end of the world. Listen, I need to get going.
Yeah, go. I think I'm good now. I hope.
Good luck. If it all goes well, maybe this is the last time we meet like this.
God, wouldn't that be great?
Just keep those lights on, okay?
I still don't get why she doesn't just clear out. Like, that. Like, you'd have thought that she'd just be like, right, I'm out of here. I'm done. As soon as she comes to and realizes, oh yeah, I died twice. I'm gone. I'm leaving. This place ain't worth it. Is there a page? Is it in here? Is it in here? Where's the page? I mean, it normally kind of glows, so... Okay, so there doesn't seem to be one in here. Maybe it's moved? Oh yeah, there's one up there now. Okay, well, we might as well go grab that. Might as well go grab that whilst we are here. I probably just went a stupid long way around to get to there. Wait, how the freaking... How am I supposed... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I went a stupid long way round. Like a stupid long way round. The giants.
I have seen the darkness twist flesh into new shapes before, but encountering these giants is an extremely disturbing experience. It's as if the genre has been switched on me. There's something out of Pulp Fiction. Twice as tall as normal men and stronger than forklifts, their lumbering gait and slow-witted demeanor brings to mind some kind of mean-spirited caricature of a feeble-minded hillbilly.
Well, so I wonder if maybe we missed the page for the guys who throw the, like, darkness bombs, I guess. Because that was quite far... Okay, no, that's... I thought that... Oh my god, why do I keep not turning the sound off on my phone? I keep hearing it and then not turning the sound off, which is, you know, genius. But yeah, I genuinely thought as I was walking past, I was like, that looks like something holding something. But no, it's a cactus. It's all good. It's all good and nothing to be afraid of. Right, okay. I'm gonna leave that room last because I just don't trust that it won't teleport me. I know she said that she's got the keys. I wonder why it's telling me to explore these the rooms when there's literally like obviously the second time around that we did it there were pages, so it made sense. Unless this is just kind of like, by the way, in case you missed them, you should probably go into these rooms. But yeah, it's a little bit weird because it's like prompting me to go back to the same rooms. Dead body, keys. I thought she said that she kept the keys on her. Or am I thinking of different? Oh no, it's the room keys. That was it. That was it.
The fate of countless individuals hangs in the balance, threatened by the machinations of the Herald of Darkness. And yet, for a moment, the Champion of Light breathes a little easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
The Mount Redtooth Observatory. I wonder, like,
Returning
I know
to
that
the
Night Springs isn't a real place, but I wonder if
the final time the
these
man
observatory
feels
is an actual
anticipation and dread
location.
in
I doubt
equal
it,
measure.
but it'd be interesting if
Soon,
they kind of threw
he
that in.
knows he will have what he needs.
So hopefully this time around we can get the full, like, I can't remember, was it the code we were after?
Hello, I was expecting you. I've already taken care of the imaging array, but you should still look into securing the primary coolant flow. With some luck, you may be able to light the area before these things even show up.
Nice. Oh. I forgot that I needed to do that. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to secure it before they show up. I'm pretty certain they're already here. Are you gonna like open? No, you're just climbing over. Okay, that's helpful. I didn't mean oh god damn it. I didn't mean to press that button. I didn't mean to use that weapon. There we go. Okay. Oh, he opened it. Wait. Oh, okay. Was I just walking into the wrong thing, I guess? I guess I must have just been walking into the wrong side. God, there's more of them. You said that I would be able to deal with it before they showed up. Matteo, you're having like a string of bad luck right now. Like, it's literally like the chances of winning or losing with the gamba is 50-50. And the past, like, what is it, 3 or 4 attempts, you have lost, unfortunately. You're on a losing streak, mate. It's not good. Right, okay. Oh, we've got another page. Right. Dr. Meadows. So she's the one that's up in the observatory. Oh my god, I keep hitting my mic stand today. She's the one that's up in the observatory.
When Dr. Rachel Meadows got the call from Michael, telling her to hurry to the observatory, she didn't waste any time. It had been a nice party. She'd had a good time, but her social life would always play second fiddle to the mysteries of space. Michael never showed up, of course. He pulled over at the wrong rest stop. She never even thought about him at the time. The phenomenon in the sky above her was too fascinating.
Yeah, they're definitely not 50, more like 1090. Trust me, I have double checked the odds. There we go. I've double checked the odds because Mikkel keeps politely harassing me about because he wasn't happy with the win-lose ratio because he was staying at the same place for a long time. But trust me, it is 50-50. You're just having a bad string of luck, unfortunately. But so Michael is obviously aside from being my husband, Michael is the dead body that we found in the hotel room, I'm guessing, which is why they said that he pulled up at the wrong rest stop. Right, okay, let's get this coolant secured.
Very good. I believe we're ready to look into the sky.
Right there, Doctor.
I'm gonna block my way again. Okay, so this is literally the exact same thing that happened last time. My husband is called Michael. So that's what I was saying. Aside from Michael being my husband. Yeah, no, it's just Mikkel. No, Mikkel is not my husband, in case that's what you thought I said. Michael is my husband. I just realised that I could have potentially, if my mic went weird at one point, that could have made it sound like, no, Mikkel is a friend from another stream. But yeah, my husband is called Michael. Oh god. Oh god, you're taking a lot of ammo, jeez. But yeah, I realised literally, like, as I said, when you were like, oh my god, wait, he's your husband? I was like, I mean, Michael is, yeah, but no, they sound fairly similar in when you're not familiar. Oh, we got two. Oh, did I miss one? Okay, so New Reality Fragment 2.
The film noir poster reminded me of Alex Casey, the detective's cool exterior never cracking even with the gun pointed in his face. In the back room, all the lights had been turned off, except for the lone spotlight which illuminated the bright red fire extinguisher on the wall.
So I wonder if this is, is this, because it says all of the lights had been turned off. I wonder if that's the next thing that we need to do. Everything is as real as everything
This act
else.
of creation is exhilarating and frightening. Subtext and symbols loom eager to take effect. Causality and consequence become domino chains that stretch into infinity. The more fundamental the change, the more unpredictable the variables become. Reality is too complex to control completely. Ordinary questions become meaningless. Who created who? What is really real? Everything is as real as everything else. You learn to let go of the things you can't control and go with the flow, or go insane.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I wonder if they're, because obviously this game came out 2 years after the original Alan Wake. I wonder if they're picking up on the who created who thing, because a lot of people were debating if Thomas Zane created Alan, because obviously there was the whatchamacallit, oh yeah, because of the page that Zane wrote about Alan, what was it? Yeah, because of the page that Zane wrote about Alan's mum telling him about the clicker. Ew, that's just rude. There we go. Okay. It kind of made the. Oh, thank you for pushing me in. I appreciate it. People then started debating, was it did Zane create Wake by writing that page? But I think Alan's kind of just saying at this point, you know what, that becomes irrelevant because stuff just is weird and messed up as it is. Right, let's see. More. Is he filming the camera?
What you look like. Does that bother you? I bet it does. I'm not just wearing your face, you know. It goes a lot deeper than that. There's a lot of you and me. All the best parts.
It must have been fun recording these.
I was just an idea. But they kept telling all those stories about you. You already had that rep. And then you disappeared mysteriously. And then The stories about bad, crazy Alan Wake came true. And here I am. That's the best part, isn't it? When that happens, you can always count on Cauldron Lake. I'm just as real as you are.
God. I did mute it as
And
well.
I'm the improved version. No
Apparently
fears,
not well enough.
no doubt, no weaknesses, no self-deception here. I don't let anything drag me down. I know you like I know myself. I know it bothers you that I'm like this, that I use your name, crawl my way into your life. But I only do it because I'm better at being you than you ever were.
So I have theories based on what he said at the beginning there. So he basically, so what I'm getting from that is he just basically said that people were telling stories about Alan, and because of those stories, that essentially, what I'm interpreting that as is that essentially created, because what they were saying before about stories and everything is that, like, you know, obviously the world it lives on stories. Like that's the thing, you know, stories are everywhere. And so whilst we've said, you know, that everything requires the stuff with Cauldron Lake requires a creative mind, it's not necessarily the case. It just needs the story, you know. And so if enough of these stories circulated around where the threshold was, and quite a few people were obviously big fans of Alan in Bright Falls. I mean, obviously they you know, they had his books on sale at the bookstore, they had the cardboard cutout and all those other things. So it kind of makes me think that obviously there must have been some rumors and stories going around, and then that maybe, at least how I'm interpreting it, is what manifested Mr. Scratch. He is all of the stories about Alan. Like, you know, he's charismatic, he's you know, like mysterious, he's all of these things, but then also, you know, he attacked I think it was a paparazzi or a photographer or something. He attacked someone. Then that's going to then create rumors and stories, and then it's going to potentially, you know, snowball. You know, he's suddenly a drunk and he's got an attitude and blah 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 blah, and so maybe that's what then ended up creating Mr. Scratch, and that's the reason why he is how he is, because it is a story. He was created by rumors. She's not talking.
Count! You need to protect the telescope or we can't complete the signal.
Oh god, hang on. Eek! Ugh. Oh my god, where did that come from? Okay, so, so they are, this is Old Gods of Asgard by the sounds of it. I know that you guys can't hear it because I've muted it temporarily, so you can't hear it. But it sounds like Old Gods of Asgard. Yeah, baby shark, do 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 do. It's very weird having, because obviously I'm playing the music in my ears and I can't hear myself talking now, which is not oh god, which is very weird. Is it like, who's playing the music? Like, is it meant to be the Doctor? Why is she suddenly playing the music? Oh, okay, so, oh god, okay. Yeah, who's... Like, is she just giving me, like, pump-up music? Like, you know, you need something to keep you going, so I'm going to play this music through the speakers to you. That was very weird. Okay, it's done. That was so
violating
weird.
the laws of physics in my observatory. That's just rude. Are you all right?
I'll live.
I'm glad. I'll send the lift down to you.
Thank
I
you.
remember our previous encounters very clearly now. But technically, if this really is a loop in time, we've never met before. I don't know why our awareness persists, but it's bloody fascinating.
It's bloody fascinating. It sounds so off. I'm sorry. It's so off.
Doctor?
You know, I know physicists who would give 15 years of their lives for a chance to experience something like this.
I'd imagine that being stalked by horrible axe murderers would curb their enthusiasm a little.
Clearly you've never met hardcore physicists.
I'm glad you're in such good spirits, but...
The signal! Yes, it's completed.
Oh,
Finally.
brilliant.
If all goes well, this should be the last time we go
Hopefully.
through the loop.
You know,
We might be able to complete it today, depending on how much longer this goes. Because I don't really want to have to do a whole other stream for it next week.
I don't think it means anything.
It's
If everything
literally
goes well,
like
you just keep
half
going.
an hour left or
I don't
something.
show up here like this again. No more bad guys. Things go back to normal.
Let's hope you're right. I'd love the opportunity to look into this in more detail.
A bowl
Looks
of
like
water.
you've accepted the situation.
I'm a pragmatist.
A bottle of
If
water.
this is a delusion, at least my first psychotic episode is anything but boring. Really, Mr. Wake, at the end of the day, I'm a scientist. I love mysteries. I love not knowing. Whatever else this
Oh God,
might
I
be,
hate
it's
not knowing.
absolutely fascinating. I wonder how
I want to
far
know
this reaches.
everything,
Is everybody in the world
but I don't have the
experiencing
energy
Who knows?
to
I
find
think
it all
reality's
out.
probably pretty fragile right now. Doctor, I can see you're very enthusiastic about this. I'd appreciate a bit of discretion.
this? Are you suggesting that we should suppress this?
Yes.
No, you can do
Oh.
what you like, but
Maybe
I
not.
want you to leave me out of it.
Oh, fair enough.
Surely, with the things you know, the things you've experienced, you can replicate any of these results. We could...
Let me be blunt. If you drag me into this, I'll deny everything. I'll lie like my life depended on it. And writers are damn good liars. Word of advice. This is things man was not meant to know territory. You get into this, chances are you'll open up a door into a world of hurt. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I see.
And then she just turns around again. Yeah, because the thing is, I mean, if you think about it, like, oh God, what's his name? Dr. Emil Hartman from the first game. Like, he was Thomas Zane's assistant. And he actually...
In a strange way, he feels at ease. He is armed
tried
with his own
to
words,
use
and when the
it
time
for his
comes,
own purposes,
they will be
the powers of
enough,
the lake.
or they will not. For
And
now,
so imagine that on a
he's
larger
content to
scale.
let the currents take him toward the final confrontation.
Like, imagine, like, I don't know, imagine a government, like, I mean, obviously I know that in Control, technically, a government body knows about it, but imagine, like, I don't know, anyone power hungry, knowing that if they go to this lake and write a certain story in a certain way,
oneself with a few sentences and standing against a
you know,
power
they
that
could
can pierce
basically have
time
whatever they
itself.
want.
He doesn't show it. The man has his share of weaknesses, perhaps more, but cowardice is not among them.
We're in a different place, right? So we're not actually... Oh my God.
Oh, you got yourself a little plan, do you?
I didn't even notice Mr. Scratch up there then. Oh my God, please. Please die. Please die. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're big. You're too big. I'm sorry. Oh God, my dodge was not working. Okay, cool. Thank God for that. Oh God, and there's you as well now. Okay, let's flashbang. How did that not do more damage to you? Oh cool, but it took out the other one at least. So it looks like he's just like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to bother going to see God, what's her name? Is it Serena? He's like, no, no, no. I'm just gonna go this way. Hang on. Can I just go around this way? Oh, I can. Oh god, there's... Oh, I forgot about these guys. Ooh. Wait, did they split again? Oh, hang on. No, that's rude. I was trying to change my weapon. You can't do that when I'm trying to change my weapon. Ooh. Oh my god, how many of these guys are there? Stop splitting in two, please. Are we done? Oh god, there's more. God, the SMG is so good. I'll say it again. The SMG is so good. Oh my god. Okay. Right. Oh god, are we going to get attacked by spiders again? I don't want to be attacked by spiders again. It's less... Like, I'm less scared of them now. But now I've said that, I'm probably going to regret saying that. But like, I'm less scared of them in this now. But god, they're annoying because they just jump up at you. Here we go. Here we go. Right. I'm running fairly low on ammo. Okay, that's fine. So, the middle one seemed to be the one that worked last time. Hmm? Hmm? Well, that's a bit rude. Why did... Eh? Why did the middle one work last time and now it's not? Oh my god. Maybe turn this one off. Oh, maybe it's just supposed to go in order, like 1, 2, 3, because we're on the third section. Oh, there's a thing. That wasn't there before. Oh god, he's going for it again. Oh, there you go, Matteo. Didn't you basically win back everything you lost? Kind of? Oh god, oh god, oh god. There's a lot of electricity going on. Oh, oh, let's go this way. Oh god, I shouldn't have gone this way. God damn it. Let's go this way. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. Right, okay. Oh, hello. So I think... I feel fairly confident we must be getting towards the end of the story now, because it's almost like it's rushing us through. I glitched out so badly. Can you stop hitting me, please? That's not very nice. Finally, thank you for believing me. I believed in you and your gambling habits. I knew that you would persist and keep gambling. Right, so we need to keep going this way. And out here? Is this the way? No. Things seem to be being noisy over this way, so yeah.
You're never getting out of this, Wake. Never! Don't worry. I'll take care of your wife and your life. You're starting to sound a little desperate.
Oh god, it's again. Oh god, I'm sorry to pause it for you guys, but it actually sounds pretty good. Oh my god. There's so many of them. Okay, again, apologies that you guys can't hear this music, but it's quite a cool sounding song. It still sounds like the Poets of the Fall, so I think it's still the same singers, but I might be wrong. I just had to double check things. I was like, hang on a second, it's definitely not going through the... It's not going through to stream, is it? Oh god, I'm... Jesus Christ. Okay, I do have ammo. Oh, do you want... Baby shark, do, baby shark. Oh my god. These guys are so freaking tanky. There we go. Ooh. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. We are back. We are back with atmospheric music, not a very catchy song that I'm probably going to have to look up later. I love the music in this game, but yeah, trying to go through.
But I'll send you right back to the beginning.
Oh, there's a page. I know that there are guys up here, but there's a page. Yeah, the only thing is there is just so much copyrighted music. Serena and Mr. Scratch.
When the dark man's eyes suddenly locked into Serena's, she flushed hot. They ignited a black fire in her. He was talking. He wanted the power turned off. He said something about the projector booth. She hooked a finger under his belt buckle. He grabbed a hold of her throat and twisted until it hurt. Somewhere deep inside, a part of her screamed in paralyzed horror, but the moan that escaped from her throat had no panic in it. "Pay attention," he said. "Business first." His eyes glittered shamelessly. Hers did too.
Okay, so this is basically obviously like because of a part of her screamed out in horror. That's basically the part of her that is her, that's not, you know, taken over by the darkness kind of thing. Because she's the implication is that well, it's not even an implication. They literally say it at the beginning of when we first meet her. So she's basically been touched by the darkness. And by the sounds of it, when you're touched by the darkness, kind of like a part of you is suppressed, and obviously the part that is being manipulated, you know,
What?
isn't.
You think whatever it is you're gonna do is gonna make a difference? This'll end up just like before.
Nope, I'm gonna deal with you. I've got more fountains to deal with though. I've got more ammo. Oh, can I watch this first?
I've been around for a while now, you know? While you've been indisposed, stuck in the darkness, I've been busy. I operate in the shadows, not always literally, you understand? I'm a little more resilient than those I've taken, but I do my best work in the dark.
Oh, there's a page there. Oh, I've just noticed that.
Darkness out there. It goes deep. And the things that live in it are bad, big bastards.
Is he implying that there's going to be bigger things that are going to attack me in a second?
All that chaos and madness, it doesn't really do that much down there. It's like pouring a glass of water into the ocean, right?
Oh, I see. I think I know what he's saying. He's talking about stuff in the dark place.
Yeah, you can really make an impact. All they need is someone to bring them all the way through. But first, I had to take care of you. You party pooper. You're stuck in an eternal cycle now.
Yeah, because he's basically talking about, because they were saying about how there are all these minor creatures in the dark place that obviously, like, you know, the dark presence, the bright presence, they're not the only things down there. So he's trying to be able to bring them all back up, and he's saying how, you know, in the dark place, these little creatures or whatever, like they're basically nothing in the dark place, because the dark place is dark. It's the darkness, essentially. So it doesn't make much difference them being in there, because like he said, it's like a drop of water or a glass of water in the ocean type thing. By the way, I think there is a limit on the gamble. I think it's only up to 100, just so you're aware, Matteo, so it might not go through on 200. But yeah, obviously, but when they come up to the real world, just, you know, it causes absolute chaos. Focusing the beam.
There's more to fighting the Taken than just burning away the darkness that protects them. When I'm fighting for my life, I find myself slipping into a state of intense concentration that makes the beam of my flashlight seem more powerful and focused. I used to think it was just my imagination, something brought on by the adrenaline and fear of death, but now I'm not so sure. I've been touched by powers that I can't begin to truly comprehend, and they've left a mark. I'm starting to think this might be a part of it.
Okay, so the implication here is that, because obviously he never wrote about his torch becoming more powerful when he used it. So he's trying to imply that because he went through this thing, that has meant that he has certain abilities outside of his writing. So I wonder if that's going to be explored in Alan Wake 2. Like, is he going to have other abilities? I mean, he, like, because in Alan, God, in the oh God, I needed to scratch my face. In the Control DLC, my understanding is that he's been down there for 10 years at that point, and that came out like, I want to say like 5 years ago, maybe, something along those lines. Or it might even be longer than that, actually, to be fair. But yeah, so I wonder if he's going to have more abilities, not just the, where are they? Oh god, there's more of them. Yeah, I wonder if if he's going to have more abilities than what he has here. Right, if I just destroy this thing, Woo! Oh god. Don't hit me, please. Thank you. I need to go find more fountains, so leave me alone. Oh dear, Massio. See, you just had to do one more gambler, didn't you? You just had to do one more, and you ended up losing half of what you got before. There you go. Those are all the dark fountains. So, are we at a point, potentially, where we can take out Mr. Scratch? Is there going to be a boss? Like, is there going to be a boss Mr. Scratch? I don't know. I don't know. I know we can probably go and see Serena and probably get some more information out of her, but I am running
the
tight on
champion of
time.
light enters the final trap. The new reality is almost here. All he needs to do is change the details of the scene, push it past the breaking point, and the rest will snap into place.
Okay, so it was the morning, or like late at night, I think was the thing. It was late summer. It was the noir poster. And then this was facing fire extinguisher. And then there was something about all the lights being turned off. Oh, Alice's film was in the projector. So where's her film? Oh, is it going to be on here? Oh, okay. I guess we put it up here. Oh, okay. Oh, we're going to get to see the video that she made about Alan, because that was what was talked about. I remember that now, actually. They mentioned it last week, where she wrote a video of him.
What? What is this? No! No! You can't do this! All I did was take the things you always wanted and never had the balls to go for. It's my turn now!
I'm sorry, but whenever I hear someone say It's My Life, I just automatically think of the Bon Jovi film. Bon Jovi song.
Alan?
Yeah, because she made like a tribute video.
Is it really you?
It's really me.
How?
I don't quite understand how that works though.
I love you.
Unless he's written it like this, I don't know.
A woman, a man, two lovers, held apart for far too long, enveloped in the light of a glorious dawn.
I don't
both
quite
feel it.
understand
He's
this bit
home at last.
at the moment.
Are these actual events, or merely a dream? A memory, or a glimpse of what is to come? One thing is certain. This scene takes place in another time, and another place.
Far, far away.
Far away
From Night Springs.
from Night Springs.
So normally it says in Night Springs. There we go. Okay, so we are going to mute the music again. So I didn't quite understand that last bit quite. I know what they were trying to go for, and I also know the like implications of this story. Because obviously, because of how obviously we know, based on the fact that we've got Alan Wake 2 coming out anyway, and we also know from Control that Alan didn't escape the dark place. We know that he's still in there. So that ending is supposed to imply that because he managed to do all this thing and he defeated Mr. Scratch, you know, oh yay, he gets to be reunited with Alice. But then at the end, obviously it's saying about how, well, yeah, but is it a dream? It's probably a dream because this is all based on a Night Springs episode, and they don't have happy endings. Like, theming it all after a Night Springs episode is not was not the best of ideas on Alan's part, to be perfectly honest with you, because yeah, they're all about mystery. It's not about, oh yeah, there's a happy ending, this is great, this is what ended up happening, because that's not how the Night Springs. It's like how, you know, how he was saying that if you write a horror story, you've got to expect that there's going to be casualties. You've got to expect that, you know, not everyone makes out okay. And it's literally, he's done the exact same thing by writing it about a Night Springs episode instead of, you know, just some happy story. Like, he could just do a romance novel and he'd probably be fine. Or, you know, just like a mystery of some kind. But no, he went for Night Springs. Which doesn't help matters. But the thing that I don't quite understand, adjusting position again. The thing that I don't quite understand is why they went the route of, like, obviously the film in the background was supposed to be Alice's film, which was supposed to be a tribute to him. I don't get why they changed that. Actually, I've just thought I can put my stream music in the background so it's not just me talking over blank sound. Yeah, I don't quite understand why they went down the route of being like, oh yeah, now he's with Alice kind of thing. So I will say that some of the story parts of this do feel a little bit looser, I would say, compared to the original Alan Wake. Certain parts didn't quite make sense, but obviously I am streaming it as well, so there may be certain things I've missed. Obviously I've talked over certain bits, and I didn't get all the pages. I've got far from all the pages because we were kind of just going very much A to B rather than exploring too much. So yeah, kind of part of me does wonder about certain parts of the story, of if certain parts make sense. But I mean, again, obviously it's written like it's meant to be a TV show, you know, so it's not going to be like, that could be what they're going for, that there isn't going to be an explanation as to why he is suddenly reunited with Alice in that video. I think it's meant to be up for interpretation, kind of thing. But the video that he put in was the one that Alice made him as a tribute to him, because obviously she thinks that he's dead or that he's disappeared or whatever. So I don't, that's just the bit that I don't understand why they swapped it out, but you know, it is what it is. This game is from like, what, 11 years ago? Is that my maths? Is my maths correct? I don't know, it might not be. But yeah, I enjoyed it, like genuinely, over compared to the original Alan Wake. I do feel like the weapon variation was a lot more fun. It definitely made it feel a lot more entertaining. Having the different enemies come in as well was quite good, because it meant, you know, that you weren't literally just fighting the exact same things over and over. You still had that element to it, but like, you know, there was I got a little bit excited when there was a crossbow. Oh, what's this? Hang on. Oh my god, that is loud. Sorry. Why was that so loud?
No.
Barry?
Ow?
Oh, okay, so I wonder if I wonder if the implication there is supposed to be the Night Springs episode was playing on Barry's TV whilst he was sleeping. I wonder if that was what they were kind of aiming for with that one. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, that freaking, yeah, sorry about that. It's literally like that's the only issue that I've had so far with both of the Alan Wake games, is that the audio for some reason in them is just it sometimes in certain places is just all over the place. Like the intro thing to the oh god, the intro music when you like start up the game is so loud in the original Alan Wake. So like when you're trying to configure stuff, it makes it really difficult because you think it's really loud, but then it turns out to be really quiet. And then later on you have things like that where it's actually your audio's been perfect for the entire stream, and then it decides, yeah, let's jump scare everyone. So I do apologize about that. But yeah, no, so I definitely enjoyed the gameplay a lot more in this compared to the first Alan Wake, because with the first game, it's one of those things where it was very, very samey throughout the whole thing. Like, you know, you had, I think, like 2 bosses, which were basically vehicles that kind of just drove at you, and that was kind of it, really. There wasn't anything particularly special about those. And then even the bosses, like the other bosses, you had obviously the tall guys who were a bit more like, you know, a bit more beefy, who took a little bit more to hit. And then everyone else was basically the same. Like, you know, you had, like, they would throw things at you. Most of the enemies did that. The only ones that were, again, slightly different were the ones who went really, really quickly around you. But, oh my God, the really quick ones were just annoying, because you just had to wait until you were thankfully close enough. It ended up being like they were a time sink rather than adding a fun amount of difficulty to it, because it was just like you had to just wait until they were in a position where you could actually use the torch on them and so on and so forth. So that was kind of my main complaint. And also the kind of platforming that they had in the first game, that wasn't great, because it wasn't built to be a platformer. But the rest of the game and the story in both of them has been fantastic. Like, I'm really excited, because when is it? It's October 27th is the release date for Alan Wake 2. So yeah, I'm super excited for it. I enjoyed it too. Yeah, it is genuinely, like, you can see why it ended up being like a cult classic type thing, because it just generally, the story definitely carried the gameplay. The story is 100% the reason why I completed this game back in 2014. It is also 100% the reason why I revisited it as my very first game when I started streaming, because I just knew that it would be a fun game to try and play. And I'm really glad that I also went back and did the I guess this is like a standalone expansion. I'm really glad that I went back and did this because it was fun. Like, you know, it was an enjoyable thing to do. And they've also got like an arcade action and some other bits and pieces that you can kind of do in this. So I'm probably not going to touch on that because I'm not really fussed about like, you know, the kind of see how many points you can get before you die. Like, that's not really my type of gameplay really. But in terms of collectibles, I mean, obviously we didn't get like, you know, we're only missing like 3 pages from the first bit, 2 pages from second, and 6 pages from the. We didn't really explore a huge amount for the those pages, but you know, again. Oh no! Oh, hang on. Wait. So, are there any other ones that I missed? Okay, so we didn't see this one.
I found her film from the pile of containers in the back.
Oh, that explains it.
I swallowed hard, staring at the screen, hearing her voice. The sunrise I remembered so well only moments away. And then Mr. was there, nailed by the projector's beam, caught in his own trap. He shouted at me, first in confusion, then rage. And then the sun came up and things started to burn.
It's weird. Sometimes, like, it must have just been me not noticing it. But there, like, the new reality fragments, when they popped up, I didn't notice when they appeared. So that makes so much more sense, because I was kind of, because when I was doing that last bit, I was kind of like, well, hang on a second, where the freaking hell did I get the information that I needed to use Alice's film? But it's because it was here. That's what was telling me. But I must have just missed the notification that we'd got it. I think it's whenever you do, so it's whenever you do the observatory bit. It's when you pick up that, like, the signal, I think is what it is. Then you get the fragment, which then explains how you need to deal with Mr. Scratch. Okay, so yeah. But no, like I said, overall, I really did enjoy it. And yeah, you can go back and, like, listen to these as well, which is quite good. Oh, and you can go through, do we get all of the... Oh, music videos. So Balance Slay the Demon. I think I've listened to that song before. It doesn't have... Okay, so it doesn't have the... Oh, so this shows you like all the weapons as well that you can get. I'll be honest, the submachine gun just carried me for this game. Like, I loved using that in this. But yeah, like, overall, like I said, I did enjoy the game. There were a few niggly bits that I just wasn't as big of a fan of. But in general, you know, I really enjoyed it. And I'm really, really excited for Alan Wake 2, especially because it looks like they're maybe going more down the route of, like, kind of like the Resident Evil remakes, where hopefully they're going to make it so that, you know, in terms of gameplay, you're not just going to be losing your weapon every 5 minutes and so feeling like you're starting back from square one, or making it so that you, like, the difficulty is scaled by how many enemies they throw at you versus, you know, like, actually, you know, a level of skill to it. So yeah, so I'm really, really eager to see. So I will be doing, more than likely, a day one release for Alan Wake 2. It depends on what time it releases, but it's on the 27th of October. So I think it's on a Friday. So I will more than likely be playing it on the Friday. It just depends on, you know, like, family and stuff, because normally I don't stream on Fridays. But yeah, and then I'll find, like, a regular day to throw it in. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. That's going to be really, really good when that does come out. But otherwise, I mean, we're done. So this is technically the first kind of series, I guess, that has finished on the channel in terms of streams. So yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic, and like I said, I'm super excited for Alan Wake 2. So yeah, thank you for everyone who came into the stream. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, then do leave a like, as it does help when everything converts to a VOD and all that other fun stuff. But other than that, yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We will be streaming on Thursday. We've got Batman Arkham Asylum, and then Saturday we will be back with more Hollow Knight. Again, I will potentially be trying to, you know, squeeze in some other like some other streams where I can. But you know, we'll see what happens. All depends on just, again, like family and if I can fit it in. We're so proud of you, Jess. We had a great time with you. Thank you, Matthew. I really appreciate it. And Streamlabs, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you being here as well. So yeah, so again, thank you very much, everyone. And yeah, hopefully I will see you guys again soon. Bye.